Yo, my brethrens, my mates, my people, my familia, my boxing familia. Give me 1 minute and we be live. I'm supposed to have a guest coming on. So I'm just setting up the link for the guest. Supposed to have someone coming in from the boxing world. So give us a minute and we'll set the link up and hopefully the guest can jump into the building. Because the guest that I'm supposed to have today, you're going to want to hear from him. But the thing is, the link is not working. So we're going to try and see if he can jump onto this link. Let me see if this link works for the guest. And give me a minute and we'll be cooking on Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. Okay, we've sent the link to the gentleman and let's see if he can get into the building, but we'll see if he can come in. He's having a hard time getting into the link right now. But yo, ladies and gentlemen, you heard what Canelo Alvarez said. Canelo Alvarez said, I'm still #1 pound for pound. And ain't nobody pound for pound like me. He said he's the #1 pound for pound fighter and ain't no boxer done what he's done. So Canelo Alvarez told boxing today, and he said that the man who's the man for boxing ain't nobody else, but it's me. Now we're going to talk about that. Is Canelo Alvarez making sense? Are those facts? Or has Canelo Alvarez got an ego? Is Canelo Alvarez making up his own assumptions? Or is Canelo Alvarez that guy who is pound for pound #1 compared to everyone? Yo, give me a minute, guys. I'm going to send this out again to the link to the guy. He's texting me. Let me see if I can get this link out to somebody in boxing. And we're going to see if we can try and get this man into the building. But smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Canelo Alvarez says he is #1 pound for pound fighter and ain't nobody done what he's done. Canelo said he's ahead of Usyk. He's ahead of Terence Crawford. He's ahead of Monster Inoue. And he's way ahead of Errol Spence. Do you guys agree with Canelo Alvarez? Do you believe that Canelo Alvarez is the #1 fighter of the world right now? We got the one and only in the building right now. He's here. Mr. Rick Glazier. How you doing, sir?
Good, Rapstar. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing really well, man. We lost the Queen. I lost Queen Elizabeth. She was in power for over 70 years, Rick.
Yeah,
And
I know. That'll nobody will ever be in power anything for 70 years. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, just it's an incredible legacy that'll never be matched ever again in any country, not just the UK. So
Well,
there you go.
well, let me just tell everybody, Rick is a man who's been in boxing not 70 years like the Queen, but he's been in boxing probably from before some of you guys have been born. And the guys who don't know who Rick Glazier is, he puts fights together. He's an agent and a broker for boxers. He also is in the boxing business in many different directions. Rick Glazier is the man who got Joe Calzaghe and Roy Jones Jr. fight put together. So we're talking to a man who's been in boxing, who is boxing, and he's still in boxing. So how are you feeling though?
No, not bad. It's just the autumn, the fall season setting in here. I live in a suburb of Buffalo, New York, called Williamsville. And if you don't know where Buffalo is, it's in New York State. It's 7.5 hours driving from New York City, but it's only an hour and a half below Toronto. And most people know Toronto, so it's an hour and a half below Toronto, and yeah, it's nice. It's the fall season. But let's talk boxing. That's why I'm here.
Well, I'm going to start with boxing straight away. And what I really want to talk to you about is, we got the biggest fight with Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin. Vegas is packed out. Everybody looking down on the fight. It's a big fight. How are you feeling about this fight with the trilogy? Trilogies are historic, Rick. They're legendary. Is this a legendary fight?
The trilogy is legendary, of course, but I don't know if this fight's going to be so legendary. In every trilogy, every trilogy, there's a bad fight. In other words, so Vander Holyfield fought three, and Rick Bowe fought 3 times. The third one was a failure. Duran Leonard fought 3 times. The third one was a failure. I wouldn't say Gaddy and Ward had a failure. But most of them have failures. This fight won't be as good as any of the other two. I just can't see it. The fighters have moved in opposite directions where Canelo's filled out as a man. He's physically more mature now. The fight's at 160 pounds. He's just 32 years old. The other guy's now 40 years old. Got a lot of wear and tear on the tires. And I just feel they're moving in opposite directions. There's another issue here that nobody has talked about that I'd like to bring up on Rapstar tonight, and I think you'll appreciate this, Rapstar. No matter what happens in this fight, no matter who, in other words, so let's say Canelo wins, GGG loses. GGG still retains his middleweight championships because it's being fought at the 160-pound limit for Canelo's undisputed world middleweight, super middleweight title. So when he leaves the ring that night, no matter what, GG's still going to be a world champion in the middleweight division, have 2 titles, which is the IBF and the WBA. And he'll go on to defend those titles and make big money still. So will he have the gumption to play it safe and go the limit? Okay. Or will he go for it, knowing that there's history on the line and everything else? I don't know.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Nobody has branged that out. No content creator has come out and said that Gennady Golovkin is still going to retain his belt. You heard it here on Rapstar Boxing Knowledge from Rick Glazier himself that Gennady Golovkin, if he loses, he still keeps those belts.
Yep.
And that's great information. I mean, we didn't even think about that, Rick. Go on, mate. Carry on.
Well, it's definitely something to think about. There's no question about that. So there's part of your answer right there. So I don't know if he's going to have the gumption to go for it late when the going gets rough, and the rough will get, it'll get going.
Did you watch the live yesterday, or you didn't? Was you busy?
No.
Well,
very busy.
95% of the fans said that Canelo is going to knock out Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah, everybody feels that way late in the fight. Absolutely. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if the corner, the referee pulls the plug, the doctor pulls the plug in between rounds, something like that. I just don't see him winning. I just don't see it.
You don't see Golovkin? You mean Golovkin's too old? He's 40 years
Everything.
old now.
He's too small. He's a 60-pounder. The other guy's a 68. Listen, when you see those guys stand in the ring together, you'll realize how much
So
thicker.
am I losing my money if I take a bet on Golovkin because the odds are really good?
You're losing your money. Doesn't matter. Remember one thing: to collect on the odds, you have to have the winner. If you don't have the winner, no matter what the odds are, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just tempting, right?
Right, but it's not that tempting.
Well, I mean,
Spare your money.
well, let me see what you think about this. Hardcore
Okay.
boxing fans, people from boxing, a lot of these fans in the building today, right? They said that Canelo should be knocking him out. This man has
Yeah.
never been knocked out, Rick. This man has never wobbled.
Well,
He's never
he's
took an
also
8 count.
now he's
He's
also
never took a
now
count.
right. But you remember, he's never been placed in this situation. He's 40 years old. He is fighting a guy that's bigger and stronger than him. He's fighting a guy who is peaking. Okay, despite forget about the loss to Bivol. That was about styles. That wasn't about a guy not peaking or being shot or anything like that. That was just styles. This style plays right into Canelo. He doesn't have to look for GGGs right there to be hit. He's not jumping in and out like Bivol. I just don't think it's. I don't think it's that good. I don't. I think it'll be a good fight for a while, but I think he gets worn out. I just think he gets worn out. That's all there is to it. Hello.
Yeah, do you think he gets stopped?
If it's a stoppage, it's late in the fight. It's not. It's not going to be one of those fights that he gets knocked out in 3 or 4 or 5 rounds. It's going to be a grind down over a period of rounds.
Right, look at the thumbnail now, Rick. Smash the like button. We got Rick Glazier in the building, the man who speaks boxing, lives boxing, eats boxing. He'll debate boxing and he'll answer every question. So if you got a question for Rick Glazier, put it up here and we'll.
Rapstar, you spell my name with a Z. It's with an S. Gee, you didn't even spell my name. Oh my God, it's
Oh,
terrible.
I'm sorry, Rick, but it looks good, doesn't it? Rick Glazier.
No, it's Rick Glazier. It's
All right,
Glaser.
I'll change that in a second, yeah? All
Okay,
right,
thank you.
let's keep it moving, right? Now, what I'm going to ask you is Canelo Alvarez said today that he is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. He said that these guys who have not got him #1, they're fucking blind. He said, what I've done and what I've done in boxing, I am the king of boxing. Now,
Who said that?
is that Canelo speaking facts? Are they facts that he is the guy and he should be #1? Or is that ego? Or is that an ego?
I don't think after losing to Bivol, anybody would really have him #1. But he's definitely in the top 3 or 4. You got Crawford, you got Inouye, you got some really good fighters in there. You got Bam Rodriguez is in the talk now, so you got some real good fighters in there. But he's in the top few, absolutely.
But I will say this, right, Rick? At the end of the day, he's done more than Crawford. He's a 4-weight world champion. He has gone up 4 weights. He's got a way better
I know
resume.
that, but you're comparing apples and oranges. Here's why.
Go on.
Canelo is much more popular than Crawford, and especially being of Mexican descent. Okay, they have a huge following. They follow their own, and they pay for pay-per-view and they pay for all that. Okay, so my point is that he can go offer a guy $10 million to fight him, and everybody will fight him for a career payday. There's not legacy money. There's not generational wealth to fight Crawford, so nobody will fight Crawford. The fact that nobody wants to fight Crawford, Thurman never wanted to fight him, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, all the list goes on and on. Okay, of the guys that didn't want to fight him. Okay, it tells you all you need to know. And you can't include those in his resume, but you look at it as they wouldn't fight him. Well, there's a reason why they wouldn't fight him. They didn't think they would win. Okay. And people don't think they could beat Canelo. They just look at the generational amount of money they can make fighting. Like, what's his name? Got a career high payday. He'll never see that kind of money. He never made half that in his whole career. Was the kid from Tennessee there, the IBF champ. He got $10 million. Okay, what's the name? Got a career high payday. Callum Smith, they all did. Billy Joe Saunders, they all got career high paydays. They all lost because you can offer guys like that kind of money. Crawford couldn't do that. He could only offer him $3-4 million. He couldn't offer him 10 million. And Danny Jacobs, they got like 13 or 14 million to fight Canelo. So, like I said, okay, Crawford's resume, okay, it should be about the guys who refuse to fight him. I think that's a great answer right there.
I mean, it could be a good answer, but when it's all said and done, nobody's
Well,
going to get.
real boxing guys look at it that way, Rapstar. Because
No,
we know who wouldn't fight him, and we know what the reason was, because there wasn't enough money to spread around. Okay, and you can't blame that on. We're talking about ability here, not money makers. And Crawford is the best fighter pound for pound right now in boxing.
Okay, that's a great look. No, you broke it down really good. You told us, look, the eye test never lies to you. But at that point, we got to recognize this, though. The people that you say will recognize that on paper, he hasn't done what Canelo's done. See, on paper, you got a man who fought the Cottos, the Shane Mosleys, even if he lost to Mayweather, he fought him when he was young. Then he went and beat Austin Trout. Then he went and beat Daniel Jacobs. Then he beat the boogeyman, Gennady Golovkin.
I understand.
I'm just going to say, on paper, the younger generation, when it's done, they're going to look at that, and they're not going to say, well, you know what? Those fighters never fought this guy. And because they never fought this guy, does that really make him pound for pound? Now, in your eyes, and maybe in some of ours, we can see it like that. But in the factual way, Terence Crawford ain't the guy who has done what Canelo Alvarez has done.
Well, that's the point. You're bringing you're not looking at it from the sense of how much money that was in the lure. Those people aren't in the lure in them to fight Crawford. They won't fight Crawford for 3-4 million because they're going to get beat, and they don't want to get beat for 3-4. They'll get beat for 8 or 10 million, but they can't pay it to fight Crawford. That's the problem.
People ain't going to remember all that. People don't know the facts like you do. People don't know all these things like you do.
People that vote for the Hall of Fame and historians all recognize that. I've talked to people, and then one guy had a great line. He says Crawford's resume is bigger and better of the people that refuse to fight him than the people who's actually fought.
So at that point, is Demetrius Andrade number 2 pound for pound?
No.
Because a lot of people have not fought Demetrius Andrade.
No.
And let me finish, and then I'm going to let you go. Let me finish, and then I want you to give me your views.
Sure.
Demetrius Andrade was a man who had the belt. When the pound for pound guy, Canelo Alvarez, could have got, Oscar De La Hoya said himself, he didn't apply for the extension. He was trying to get the Derevchenko fight. If they wanted to, they could have got the extension to make Canelo Alvarez be the undisputed fighter at 160. He got avoided. He got avoided by the number one guy. Shouldn't that make Demetrius Andrade the pound for pound fighter in your views? That's your views.
No, absolutely not. Here's why. Okay, and you can understand this. Canelo didn't want to fight him because of styles. Because he moves around the ring, he doesn't want to fight a guy like that, and it makes him look bad. That's all. It was about styles. That's all. Simple.
But they avoided him.
Yeah, but how many fighters is Demetrius Andrade? You're giving me one example. How many Demetrius Andrade's avoided everybody his whole career?
But he got avoided by one of the best ever fighters in the world.
Both his titles that he won were vacant. He's never fought a world champion and beat him, or a former world champ. Leave it like that.
What about Alexander Usyk?
What about him?
The man became a cruiserweight undisputed champion.
Yeah, he's in the mix. He's in the mix for absolutely. He's a top 4 or 5 guy.
But should he not? He went up to the heavyweight, beat one of the best heavyweights, won 3 belts at heavyweight.
He should
won 3 belts at heavyweight, right? Should we not put Usyk ahead of Terence Crawford?
I don't see that, and most people don't. Remember, it's pound for pound.
Yes, and Usyk has proven he is a pound for pound.
Yeah, okay, I agree. But if
I
Terence Crawford, was a heavyweight or a cruiserweight, then who knows who'd win? You understand? Or if Usyk was a smaller guy, who knows who'd win?
I love debating you. I disagree with you though.
Okay,
I disagree with you.
okay.
The reason I disagree is that yes, I agree at some point that hardcore fans would recognize Terence Crawford has not had those biggest fights. Now, because those biggest fights never happened through the PBC and through Bob Arum, top ranked promotions,
Mm-hmm.
that is things that we could see it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Porter got the fight towards the end of his career, but nobody else really got that fight with Terence Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's only for the real hardcores who could see that certain fights never happened. Now,
Mm-hmm.
now that's not on paper. That's what you've seen. But what we've
I
noticed, the
know that,
people
but
that have done it, the people which have done it, like
right,
Alexander Usyk,
right.
Canelo Alvarez.
But you're asking me, when you say that, you're saying to me, hey, Rick, those guys aren't as knowledgeable as you and other people in boxing, and that's what they think. Okay, if that's what they think, because they're not as knowledgeable, I can't fault them for that, and I'm not going to. If they feel that that somebody else, that Canelo or Usyk is pound for pound, I got no problem with their opinion.
Yeah,
It's
no,
respected.
I ain't got a problem. You got Terence Crawford number one. I've got Alexander Usyk number one.
All right. Oh, and he fits right in there. There's no question about it. I'm not. There's no argument there. It's an opinion, and that's an opinion. Those aren't facts. Those are
Good
opinions.
opinions, and they're good
Yeah,
opinions. They're good opinions,
absolutely,
and I just feel
absolutely.
that
I
I
listen. I'm a big believer in Usyk. He can fight, but I just look at things differently than most. I look at, if Crawford was a 40, was a Usyk was a 47 pounder, or Crawford was a heavyweight. What do I think in my mind would happen? Crawford's a sharper fighter and a much better offensive fighter, much better offensive fighter. So
yeah.
there you go. But
Well,
anyways,
look,
let's move
look.
on from that.
Let's move on. Rick Glazier got Crawford number one. I got Alexander Usyk number one. But Canelo Alvarez says he's number one.
No,
He
he's
says
definitely not
he's
number
number
one.
one.
Let's put that to rest. He's definitely not number one. Keep going.
All right, let's ask a question now. Where did you ask? I don't know. Well, Real Boxing TV, he's he's one of my subscribers. He wants me to ask you a question. What question did you ask, Real Boxing?
No, he says, didn't Andrade win a title from Jack Calcay? I don't remember that. If that happened, I don't think. I don't. Maybe that was an eliminator or something. I don't know. I don't remember that happening.
Yeah, ask the
Okay,
question again,
Crawford. What's it say?
Real
Crawford
Boxing.
what? Nearly got. I don't know what it says.
Crawford
Nearly
nearly
got.
got chinned by
Please,
midget Gamboa.
please. That was at 135 pounds. He couldn't make 135 anymore. Come on, please. And the midget Gamboa was a good puncher at 100 back then. So, it's fine. He's had a lot of fights since then at 140 and 147. Nobody's chinned him. So, and he wasn't chinned. Okay. So, well, did he get hit on the bell? Yeah. But the chin means knocked down, knocked out, and everything else. So, no. Yeah. That answer is no.
Yeah. Well, let's move on from that one. Let's keep it moving because I know we're not here for that long. Now, my thing is this: Tyson Fury sent over, um, told the boxing world he wants to fight Anthony Joshua. He's going to give him a fair offer. He's going to offer him a deal that he can't refuse. He said Usyk's not ready to fight me. He said Usyk's making excuses. This is Tyson Fury's words. He said Usyk said straight after the fight he will fight me, but now Usyk says, "Nah, I need a bit more time. I got a
Well,
little
whoa, whoa,
injury.
whoa, whoa,
I got a
whoa.
little injury."
In defense, I'm a big Tyson Fury believer, but in
Yeah.
defense of Usyk is right. You don't come off a fight in July as a world heavyweight champ and then come back in November, December to fight. Even
Mm.
Arum said that was ridiculous. Arum said they said next February or March in Saudi Arabia. And that's that. I mean, that Tyson Fury wants to fight November, December. So, I don't blame Usyk for that. He's not wrong.
Okay, well then this answers my question then. That Anthony Joshua has accepted the fight with Tyson Fury. And
Mhm.
to be fair with you, I'm a hardcore boxing fan. But at this point, Eddie Hearn's not saying nothing, right? Eddie
Yeah.
Hearn said, well, whatever Joshua says, I'm going to, we're going to go with that. But at this point, people are actually saying, who are you, Eddie Hearn? How can you let Anthony Joshua just go into a ring, you being his promoter, from the day he started? You have the influence of Anthony Joshua because from the day he started, you bring him onto the the mainstream. Now you're telling us, Eddie Hearn, whatever Anthony Joshua wants, we'll do it. Now my thing is this: if Usyk can't fight Tyson Fury, I've never seen in the history of boxing, Rick, I've looked back. I haven't seen an ex-champion losing twice and going in straight to a fighter with a champion again, a number one champion. I ain't
Yeah,
seen it.
yeah, I
So
don't,
is this a
and
wrong
that's probably
decision?
true because I don't remember either. So you're
So
probably
I'm
right
just
about
gonna
that.
let you know I'm a boxing pugilist. I don't
Right.
know anybody who's ever lost twice to a champion now and lost his belts, lost to the champion and going to fight another champion. Now people are saying Eddie Hearn is throwing Anthony Joshua into the wolves, or is Eddie Hearn got no power with Anthony Joshua? How do you see all this?
I really don't, to be honest with you. I think it's a matter of they talked about it. And they says, "Listen, this is a great shot. Do you think you can win? Yeah, I think I can win. My trainer thinks I can win. My brother-in-law thinks I can win. And this is a huge fight. It's a career pay. It's a huge
But it's
payday.
never happened in history, bro.
Yeah, but things change.
Yeah, but
I
you
mean,
you know no,
really,
but we got to talk about this because I know a friend who knows Anthony Joshua's people, and he said to me, rap star, Anthony Joshua's not mentally ready for Tyson Fury. He said Eddie Hearn knows that. Eddie Hearn knows that his client Anthony Joshua is mentally needs some time. He said after losses like that, he just needs one tune-up, and that will bring his confidence. They said, look, even though he's taking the fight because he's getting shamed to take the fight, he can make multi-millions with a less of a fighter. This don't make sense really as a business move. What have you got to say about that?
listen, I wouldn't do it if I was handling Joshua, but that doesn't mean they haven't talked about it, they haven't agreed upon it. They probably have, but I wouldn't do it. No.
So
What
at
I
this
would do,
point, that's bad
what
business.
what I would do was I would bring back Joshua against Havovic or somebody like that. Okay, somebody he looked bad in his last fight. He's the IBF number one, and I go do that fight for an IBF eliminator. And here you're talking about a guy he should be able to beat in Havovic. He isn't much. We saw that against Zhang, this guy from China. So that's what I would do, and then I would maybe do one other tune up like that, and then go look for bigger game.
Yeah, because at this point, if you really look at it logically, it don't make sense for Anthony Joshua to fight the Gypsy King. He's
I don't
mentally
listen.
he's not in a look. Let me say this, Rick. He's not in a mentally in a good place.
Yep, yep.
This is something that he's trying to prove to the fans, or he knows that he wants a chance to prove that he can try and do something again in boxing. He's
Listen,
just not. He's
listen. If
just
you
not in the
ask,
right
if
frame of mind.
I'll tell you what, if I had Joshua, what I would have said to the press, and Eddie Hearn never said this. Okay, Usyk's an excellent fighter, but okay, Joshua is, it's just the wrong style for being left-handed. Real good on his feet. It's a very difficult style, stylistic for Anthony, and that's why we didn't win. Okay, it doesn't take away from the fact that Joshua himself is an excellent or great fighter. It's just the fact that it's the wrong style. That's all there is to it, especially being left-handed. That's what I would have done. But Eddie doesn't know styles from non-styles, so he never said anything. Hello?
Yeah, Rick.
Yeah.
Michael, let's go to the chat. Michael Sykes says, Crawford ain't no Ali. Ali fought everybody, who's who of his era. Something Crawford hasn't come in to do with Crawford. Nothing hasn't come
I've
close
already
to.
explained that. I've already explained it. Do we need to go over that again,
No,
Michael?
I'm
Did
just
you
saying
listen to what
maybe
I
he
said?
missed it. Maybe Michael missed
No, he was on before because they asked questions before, so he didn't miss shit.
it. Michael's coming at you. All right, Jeff. Look, AJ got to fight in close with Fury. Throw lots of shots, hooks, uppercuts, and body shots. If Fury gets him on to the end of his jab, he will place him up. Now, my thing is this, Rick. If that fight takes place with Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, I mean, how do you see this fight playing?
Fury slaps him around for 12 rounds. It's more one-sided than Usyk and Joshua was, but he slaps him around for 12 rounds. No, there's not a question in my mind about that.
You mean Anthony Joshua couldn't come with his combinations, couldn't
Nah,
try and
nah.
close the
Fury too.
distance?
Let me tell you the three big differences between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Okay, Tyson Fury was born to fight. His father was a fighter. His uncle was a fighter. The cousins are fighters. Everybody's a fighter. Okay, he was called Tyson because he was named after Mike Tyson. His father wanted to become a fighter. He was a born fighter. He was bred to be a fighter. Okay, his ring IQ is unbelievably high. The highest of the all the heavyweights today, by far the highest ring IQ. Okay, where Anthony Joshua is more of a manufactured fighter, where he's more like a weightlifter type. He's big and strong, but he's more mechanical. And he's a manufactured fighter. He's not a born and bred fighter. And those kind of things show up in these kind of fights. Okay. And Fury's ring IQ is far, far, far superior to what Joshua's is. Not even in the same league. I would say that Anthony Joshua's got average ring IQ, and Fury's at the top of the heap, like Ali and like Sugar Ray Leonard and Duran and those kind of guys. Real, Alexis Arguello. Those guys had ring IQ. And I could go on and name a lot of other fighters with high ring IQs, but definitely Anthony Joshua is not one of them. Usyk has a very, very, very high ring IQ, but not as high as Tyson Fury's, and he's just very unique in that regard. And another thing is about Fury, he was down, I believe, 4 times, twice in the first fight and twice in the third fight with Wilder, and he got up off the deck all 4 times, obviously. And in the meantime, is that tells you he's got great recuperative power. So if Joshua was to put him down once or twice, he's getting up. There's no question about it. Fury's just built that way. And I
Yeah,
think that makes a difference. I think that makes it because Joshua can punch. There's no question about that he can punch. But you're talking about Tyson Fury, and Wilder can punch, and Fury took his best shit and got up. So there's your answer. Fury's got a very, very, very high gumption to win. I don't think Anthony Joshua has that resolve. We definitely saw it in the first Ruiz fight. He didn't have the gumption to win, and he was happy the fight was stopped. And in the second fight, he moved around so much, and Andy Ruiz was so overweight and fat and out of shape. You really, only thing you could tell was that Anthony Joshua looked like he was scared, to face his executioner. So that's what happened, I believe.
yeah. Like I said, man.
What's this guy saying here? My point is, AJ, if you have any chance to fight close to Fury, he has a chance from the outside at the end of Fury's jab.
That's
You
Stephen
know,
4722. He's one of our subscribers. Big shout
yeah,
out to Stephen. Go on, mate.
yeah. I don't see anything that Joshua can do to beat Fury You ain't gonna outsmart him. His jab's not as good. He's too mechanical compared to Fury. He doesn't have that ring IQ, that high ring IQ. He can punch, but Fury can take it. Fury will get up and motor on, just like he did against Wilder. In the first and the third fights, where he was actually down on the deck a total of 4 times. So somebody said to me recently that Fury's got an unbelievable chin. I says, no, he's got unbelievable recuperative powers, is what he's got.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you this, right? I'm going to tell you this. Deontay Wilder is coming back. You know it. I know it. He's
Yeah.
fighting
Yeah.
his sparring partner, Robert Helenius, as his comeback fight.
Well, I want to contradict you there. Did he spar with him? Yes, but he's a world class. Helenius is a world class fighter. It's not like you're saying a sparring partner like he's a journeyman fighter. He's a world class fighter. So did he spar with him? Yes, but is he a sparring partner? That doesn't mean he's a sparring partner. That means that Helenius was getting ready for a fight and they worked together. You understand what I'm saying? So let me declare that. Okay, keep going.
Now, let me tell you this, man. You say he's world class. What has
Yeah.
Helenius done in boxing?
He beat Adam Konaki twice. Got some good wins. He got some good wins when he fought in Germany. Look at his record. He got about 6 or 7 good wins.
Yeah, so is this a good comeback fight anyway for Deontay Wilder?
Well, we don't know what Wilder's got left in the tank. Who knows? Who knows? He's going to have punch resistance. Who knows? He's going to have his legs will be under him. Who knows what he's going to have left? We don't know that. I got no idea. I'm interested. I'm interested in the fight for one reason, to see what Wilder's got left. So
Yeah.
who knows? I mean, the guy got 19 rounds of beatdowns. Okay, and was face planted. When we last saw him, his face was glued to the canvas trying to get up, and the referee, of course, pulled the plug. Okay, wisely. So I mean, it's not, it's tough to come back for those kind of face plants against guys that are top 10, top 12 fighters that can fight. So we'll see what he's got left. Who knows?
Yeah, but the other thing about Helenius as well, yeah, I remember he lost to Gerald Washington. And he's lost to fighters as well, which were not
I'm
at
not.
their best, not the
I'm
best
not.
fighters either. So
I'm not. I'm not.
I think he's just there for Wilder just to get back and get
I,
confidence.
I don't look at it that way. Okay, I think that Helenius is an underestimated fighter. That Wilder, if he's Wilder, is supposed to win. We don't know what Wilder has left. That's the key. What does Wilder have left? And you can't tell that in sparring with big gloves on and headgear with no light shining. You can only tell that in a fight. Okay, and we'll see what kind of punch resistance he's got. Getting hit with those 10-ounce skin back gloves is not the easiest thing I've ever seen. So we'll see what he's got left in the tank. We'll see what kind of punch resistance he's had, what kind of reflexes he's got, what kind of speed he's got left, his motor skills. We're going to see all that. It'll all be on display for the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, I just want to say this to one of my subscribers. He always comes here and he has a bit of fun. Look, Mirage, I'm not going to let you come on here because you disagree with Rick Glazier and you want to talk in a certain disrespectful way. This is my guest. We're having an interview.
Well,
And at the
what's
end
he
of the
saying?
day,
What's he
I'm
saying?
not going to have this you coming over here because you will maybe speak in a way which is very disrespectful.
Well, what is his complaint?
His complaint is that he wants to talk to you about stuff that he disagrees with you.
Like what? What does he disagree with?
Well, then he needs to write that in the chat then maybe.
Yeah,
I
he can
don't
do
know.
that.
I don't know. Unless you're happy to debate him. I'm not sure. But he's a bit funny, the guy. He's from Australia, actually.
Okay,
Mirage is from
so
Australia.
okay. Jeff says, seems like AJ needs instructions from the corner to attempt to change gears, while Fury seems to do it without it. That's exactly what the difference is. Thank you, Jeff. One is a manufactured fighter in Joshua, and one is a natural born fighter in Fury. That's the difference right there. One doesn't even need a trainer in the corner just to put the mouth guard in and give him water and a cut man. He doesn't even need instructions. He knows what he's got to do. That's
Yeah.
the difference right there.
Okay. Well, look, at the end of the day, we were still on Deontay Wilder. So what I was going to say about Deontay Wilder, okay, he's coming back. We know who he's fighting. You know, at the end of the day, it's good to see Deontay Wilder back in boxing. He's a very, very exciting fighter. Love him or hate him, call him what you want. He brings a lot of good energy to boxing. He's just a knockout artist. People want to watch him. He said something the other day on boxing on a world platform, and he still said, Rick, that he believes that Fury had egg weights in one of those fights. Not all of those fights, in one of those
What's
fights.
this guy say? Mirage school this guy, bro? Yeah, okay. He's going to school me on
Well,
boxing. Okay.
look. Mirage just sent me a message saying I'll be very respectful, but we'll see. We might let you ask a question later, but we're
Yeah,
talking
let's
right
do it
now.
another. Let's do it another night. I don't have much longer tonight. Let's do it when
Right.
we can give them time.
All right. So let's just keep it moving then, Rick.
Yep.
Deontay Wilder still believes he got cheated. And the boxing world is like, come on, Deontay Wilder. You know? I mean, this is Rick. I mean, he's an American ex-heavyweight world champion. People in England are laughing at the guy. I mean, I don't know what to say. What you got to say about that?
It's a moronic statement. He didn't get cheated. It's ridiculous. It's not even worth talking about. The thought is disgusting that he even think that. He lost. He got the shit beat out of him. Over 19 rounds in 2 fights. He got stopped twice. Got face planted third fight, and then the second knockout he was face planted. The third fight, and the first in the first loss in the first knockout loss he fired his trainer, who didn't do it. He thought he spiked his water and all. It's just crazy shit. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
You lose, you stand up and you lose.
mm.
You know,
Yeah,
stand
but
up and you lose.
when he says something like that, it just shows that he's mentally still not over that loss.
Of
And
course not. He
I
may
mean,
never be over that lot. That's why I said to you
yeah,
that he may not be the same person or same fighter that he was, and that's why Hellenius may be a big challenge for him. That's my point. You know, who knows what he's got left in the tank? He sounds crazy to me, don't he? It's not a good sounding delusional. It's not a good start for him, is it?
nah. It just, I'm sorry to say this, man. It just seems like Deontay Wilder is not. He really is in a bad place. He's in a different place, and it's his ego. He just doesn't want to accept the loss to Tyson Fury. I mean, it's just mad. It's just, you know, the third fight was unbelievable, but still, Tyson Fury really he put a beating on him at the end. He knocked him out fair and square. Came back there after all that bullshit in his home in America. I mean, it's
Listen,
just bad. It's a
rap
sore
star,
loser.
rap
Deontay
star,
Wilder is a sore fucking loser.
rap star. I'll tell you a great story. Years ago, this guy goes to see a hooker and goes over her place, and it was $500. So after he's driving home, he calls me from his cell phone. He says, I said, what are you doing? And he told me what he just did. I go, listen. I go, $500. He says, yeah. He says, she was great, but I got cheated.
Funny fucker.
She
You're a
was
funny.
great, but I got cheated. Oh, yeah, you paid too much, you schmuck. Oh, keep going.
You're a funny fucker. But anyway, how's boxing been for you? I mean, what's going
Good.
on with you? I mean,
No, I'm
what's
just
happening?
doing my normal stuff. You know, my primary business is, and what my core business
Mm.
is I'm a 24/7, 365-day a year worldwide provider of quality supplemental services to the professional boxing business since 1991. I'm in the New York State Boxing Hall of Fame for my business acclaim accomplishments, and I'm an elector in Canastota in the big Hall of Fame. I'm an elector. It means I'm a voting member there, and I do what I do every day. You know, just make deals, do what I got to do. You know, I made 2 deals today. And starting at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I start working again, and you know, I'll hopefully make a deal or two today. You know, you just never know.
Well,
It's a weird business. You can go
okay.
3 months and make no money at all, zero, and all of a sudden you have 1 month that overcomes 6 months. So you just don't, you don't get a salary, so it's whatever you make. So it's just one of those businesses. I've had months where I made zero, and the following month I made 100 grand. So you just don't know, but it's fun. It's every month's an achievement.
Right. Now, look, at the end of the day, you love boxing, you're in it, and you've seen a whole change. How many years you been in boxing?
31 years since 1991, full time. As soon as I went into boxing, I went into boxing in 91, and 6 months later, starting in January 1st of 92. I'm sorry, went in business. I'm sorry, I've said that wrong. Went in business 1st of January of 91, and then 1st of January of 92, I went full time. So, in other words, the first year was, feel your oats, feel what you want to do, make a few dollars, and then after that, it was full steam ahead. That's what I do. Okay, Rapstar, ask Rick what his thoughts are on David Benavidez. Is he overrated?
No, I'm going to wait. Before you answer, I'm going to tell you that guy who wants to debate you, and that's one of his favorite fighters. He says this is one of the best fighters, right? And there's a few people who believe he's one of the best ever.
No. Let's not
Can
get
you
too carried
explain
away.
to people what you think? And this is a very important question for this channel, because they fight each other, Rick. They come to my channel and fight for hours about these topics.
Put it this way to you.
Is David Benavidez one of the best ever in boxing?
Well, I think David Benavidez is a very good fighter, but he's very unprofessional. He got stripped of the title once for cocaine and got stripped of the title the second time for being overweight. So as a professional, that's even not open for debate that he's not very professional. Okay.
David Benavidez is not a professional, like a proper world-class elite. Right. He has shown that he's not been professional. That's the first point. Carry on, Rick.
Right. The second point is he looked good at 68 fighting the quasi guys. We never saw him fight the best guys.
Tell him, Rick. Go on, mate.
Don't agitate everybody now. Come on now. You sound like a cheerleader. So
we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
Okay, at 68, he never fought the top guys. Now he's moved on to 175, and he won't be any bigger than anybody else at 175. At 68, he was bigger than everybody else. Okay, so he's going to have some difficulty at 75 that he didn't have at 68, and he never fought the top guys. So we don't know exactly what he's got. He's only 24 years old, going on 25, so he's still going uphill right now. But when a guy wins the world title and gets stripped for cocaine, and then he gets in his system, then he gets stripped for being overweight, that doesn't really sit too well with me as a professional. And me being a boxing purist and a boxing lifer, that doesn't give me good thoughts about David Benavidez.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say this, right? You might.
What's this guy saying? 2 years out of date. What's he talking about here?
Oh, he's the one who wants to debate you nicely. Now, he said he won't be rude. He said he'll be nice about it.
I'll do it, but not tonight.
Okay, so you can have a debate, Mirage. You can ask. You can ask your questions to Rick Glazier live, and we can do this another day. I'll set it up for Rick Glazier.
No problem.
And he, Rick's not one of those guys. He answers every question, whether you agree or disagree. It don't matter to him. He's got his views, and you can bring out your views, and we let the people decide. Right. But look, at the end of the day, David Benavidez has shown that he is a big guy at 168. He has been showing that he's definitely world level. He's showing that he can be a world champion for sure. He's already been a world champion twice. Right? So he's been a world champion twice. He's lost his belts. He's an interim champion. So he's already world level, world class. This guy, David Benavidez, now, how good is he? Now, if we really break it down, Rick, Is he the man to beat Canelo Alvarez? That's the debates that happen here
I well,
every day.
first of all, who knows when we get that fight because now he went to 75.
But if he
So
be, if he does,
I don't it depends. You got to remember something. Canelo's 32 years old, and he's got probably another 18 months of being a peak fighter. Okay, so you're asking me about timing. Will it be two ships crossing night where one's going uphill and one's going downstream? I don't know that. So it's too tough to tell you. Timing is everything. What does this guy say? What do you think about? I
what?
can't just.
Yeah, all right. That's the
What do you
Johnny
think about
Thunder.
Canelo getting suspended for PED use? So many fighters have got caught with PEDs. It's just part of the business, and it's a ugly part of the business. I don't hold it against a fighter. Shane Mosley got caught with him. Evander Holyfield got caught. I mean, so many fighters got caught with him. I'm sick of it already. Billy Joe Saunders, the Mike Tyson was on steroids. Everybody says he was.
James Toney.
Yeah, James Toney. Yeah, there's so many of them. I mean, so what? He was on still okay. So is everybody else. They just some happen to get caught.
Povetkin.
Yeah, exactly. Povetkin. The rumors were the two Klitschko brothers.
But they're rumors, though, isn't it? There was no facts. There were just rumors.
Right. But there's so many of them. The rumor about Manny
about
Pacquiao, the rumor about Floyd Mayweather, Antonio Margarito. I mean, there's just so many rumors. Who knows? But let's put it this way to you. I don't hold it against a particular fighter because it's a rampant problem.
Yeah. What about Evander Holyfield? Did you hear about him?
Yeah, of course. He got caught with that Evans Fields shit when they were sending him stuff that said Evans Fields instead of Evander Holyfield in the mail. The steroids through the mail. He got caught. The Belko thing.
So this is what Johnny Thunder wants to say to you after what you just said.
Yep.
Let's read that one out. What does he say?
I can barely see it. So David getting caught with coke is unprofessional. But Canelo, one is a performance-enhancing drug and one's a recreational drug. Of course, there's a big difference. One is to get better, and one makes you worse. Of course, there's a big difference. Cocaine is absolute no matter what way you look at it.
Cocaine ain't going to help you. It's going to in fact make it worse. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So that's being unprofessional. A guy who's doing steroids is trying to be the best he can be by doing it. There's a big difference. I don't agree with it, by the way. I'm not saying you should be on it because I think it's disgusting that he was, but you're comparing apples and oranges, my friend.
So do you think David Benavidez is a fighter, though, that can go up in weight and win titles?
Yeah, but he's not going to be as dominant at 175 as he was at 168 because he had a superior size advantage and strength advantage, and that won't be at 175. He'll be the same size everybody else is now.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big lad at 168, though. He's a very big lad.
Yeah, right. That's why he had a big advantage at 168, being bigger and stronger. He doesn't have that advantage at 175. He'll be just as big and they'll be just as big and strong as he is at 175. He's no bigger and stronger than Beterbiev. Jesus Christ.
So anyway, they made a big thing out of this across the pond in America. Anyway, they've said that this is a big statement that Canelo Alvarez came out with. So Canelo Alvarez says, listen, if he said it multiple times now. He said that if Ramirez beats Bivol, would you fight the guy who beat Bivol then? He goes, no, I only want to rematch Bivol. He goes, if the guy...
He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight.
Yeah, can I finish it, though? He goes, I don't want to fight no Mexicans. But David Benavidez' dad said that this guy Canelo's acting like a coward now. Now he's acting like a bitch. What do you think about that?
No, I understand the business reason why he doesn't want to fight Mexicans. I completely get it. So it's a business reason because you're creating from the same market. You need a fighter from another marketplace. That's what, in other words, you need a fighter from the UK. You need an American. Somebody who would stir interest as an American, not another Mexican. He's not wrong there. That's a financial reason. I completely get it.
Yeah, but you say it's a financial reason, but fans say that there's a fighter there, right?
Well, I don't care.
There's,
Well, hold it. I'm in the business.
yeah.
I understand the reason, and
So
I'm
you
explaining to you
say
what
so.
the reason
Okay,
is.
you understand it. You say that Canelo Alvarez doesn't want to fight Mexicans for financial reasons.
Right, because he's not getting, they're not bringing money in from another marketplace where who he fights depends on how
But
much he
David
makes.
Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez would be one of the biggest pay-per-views right now.
No, but you weren't talking about David Benavidez.
I'm
You were
talking
talking
about
about,
Zurdo Ramirez and
yeah.
David Benavidez.
Oh, okay.
I told you that Benavidez's
uh,
dad said this
okay.
is a cowardly move
No,
from Canelo Alvarez.
it's not a cowardly move. It's still about business. I don't
So why
agree with
doesn't
it.
he want to fight David Benavidez?
Did he say he didn't want to fight David Benavidez? Did he just say Mexicans?
He said Mexicans, and they asked him
Well,
about David Benavidez, and he said he don't want to fight him. They only want to fight Mexicans. I can show you the video.
okay. Well, in the meantime, is he doesn't want to fight me. He wants to get somebody from the UK with a different marketplace. He wants to get somebody that brings in more revenues. He doesn't think that guy will bring in more revenues. Now, he may bring in more revenues because he's based in America. So because he speaks English, people look at him as an American. So he might not be right on that, but he is right on Zurdo Ramirez. I will tell you that.
Yeah, let me show you. Let me play
I'm
this.
not. I'm
No,
not. That's
no,
that
I want to
Rockstar.
play this for the fans. So
Rockstar. Okay. For the fans. Okay.
okay, let me play that again. Everybody, listen to this very clearly. The people that say that David Benavidez ain't Mexican, but Canelo Alvarez says he's a Mexican and he don't want to fight David Benavidez. Listen to this.
Would you ever fight a Mexican-American fighter like David Benavidez? Like I say, I represent Mexico, so that's why I don't like to fight with Mexican fighters anymore.
I'm going to play it one more time for those people.
Would you ever fight a Mexican-American fighter like David Benavidez? Like I say, I represent Mexico, so that's why I don't like to fight with Mexican fighters anymore.
That shuts down the whole conversation. Canelo Alvarez came up live on TV and he said he don't want to fight David Benavidez. And people are upset about that because they know Canelo is such a great fighter. And they feel like, why is Canelo avoiding David Benavidez?
Well, I don't know if he's avoiding him. He's talking now, but listen, money talks. If they say, "Hey, we'll give you 65 million to fight him, not 55 million," you don't know. He might fight him. Who knows what the financial offer would be? But I know one thing: there's less revenues when you fight a fellow Mexican like that. Now, in the UK, it's not like that. Okay, but
Yeah.
it is amongst Mexicans because they're
But it
watching
hasn't been
anyway.
like that before. No other Mexican has ever said what Canelo Alvarez is saying. No other Mexican like Chavez Sr., some of the greatest, Eric Morales,
The
Marcos Antonio
marketplace,
Barrera.
you remember something, the marketplace is different back then because they had more technology today with streaming to other countries and all that kind of stuff that they didn't have at the time. So it's apples and oranges too by the eras with the new technology that they have today.
Yeah. I'm just saying fans have took it differently, Rick, and fans are really like being a little bit, disappointed by that. But Rick Glazier said it's for marketing. He believes that that they're doing this for Canelo Alvarez financially, so not fight Zurdo Ramirez. But we all know one thing, that David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez would be a huge fight, and that would make loads of money. So,
Listen,
and they've already
if
been offered.
Zora Ramirez beats Bivol, that'll be a huge fight. Zora Ramirez and what's his name, but that doesn't mean Canelo's going to fight him.
Yeah, Canelo's not going to fight him. So it just doesn't look good when a fighter wants to do it his way like that. But I guess you say he's got reasons for it. So we just
Listen, there's a
fans.
reason why Canelo's a cash cow. I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, he's a cash cow because he can pick who he wants and when he wants.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's go. Let's carry on, right? We got Real Boxing TV over here. He says, Rick, Do you think Teofimo Lopez will become champion at 140 pounds?
He might be. He might, but he'll have a very short reign. He's not that kind of guy at 140. He he just fought that journeyman fighter at 140. He didn't look so great. He just doesn't have it like he did at one time. He just doesn't look like he's all there.
You don't think Teofimo Lopez looks good at 140? Like the fight that he had, he was boxing on the back foot. He was moving around using really good boxing skills, won quite a few rounds, and then he knocked the guy out.
Yeah, but he fought a journeyman fighter. I don't
Mm.
think. I don't think at 140 he's beating the top guys. He might win a world title again, but I don't think he holds it when anybody any length against any good fighter.
But look at this, man. This is the guy who beat arguably one of the greats like Lomachenko. This was
Yeah,
the guy like Teofimo Lopez, which came and showed the world that a
yeah,
young
but
fighter, if you're a young fighter,
Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson. He never
yeah,
won
but
another meaningful fight in his career.
Buster Douglas was in a fight for where he got that punch in. He got knocked down in the beginning, but this was a technical fight, and Teofimo Lopez showed abilities in that fight, and he understood how to deal with Lomachenko. So people said this was a great win. This was a good win for a fighter to beat one of the greats like Lomachenko. We can't say that Teofimo Lopez ain't that guy. But what he showed people that he can be champion at 140 for some people. But you don't think he can be champion.
No, I didn't say that. I said
Come
he
on.
may be champion, but he's not going to have a long reign. That's what I said.
You don't think he'll defend it enough?
No, he'll defend it a couple times and lose. He's just not that kind of fighter. 140, he don't box well enough.
How's he supposed to box?
He's not supposed to wing punches. He's supposed to place them and throw them and place them, not wing them. He wings too many punches. At 140, they got longer arms. They're taller. They're stronger. And he's going to be hard pressed to do well at 140 pounds. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree. But again, look, you see a different thing with Teofimo Lopez to go at 140 where he's at now. And when he steps up in competition, you feel if he does become even champion, he won't be able to hold it for long because these guys are big for him.
Right. He'll have a couple title defenses and he'll lose to the first good fighter he fights.
So how do you think he beat Lomachenko? I mean, would you not think that that's a fight?
Yeah, but that was then. This is now. Lomachenko was half a fighter. He needed shoulder surgery. He fought the last 6 rounds and he won basically won the last 6 rounds, lost the first 6. He was worried about he couldn't even go through the fight. Come on. It's apples and oranges again.
No, but you can't take that away because Lomachenko got his shoulder injured.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Who won 5 out of the last 6 rounds of the fight?
What on
did.
Teofimo Lopez? Teofimo Lopez won.
No, he didn't.
So let me tell you what round he won anyway. In the 12th round, Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko in the.
I know that. I just said that.
He hurt Lomachenko. He hurt Lomachenko to the body. He hurt Lomachenko to the body.
Star. You didn't listen. I said that Teofimo won the first 6 rounds, and what's his name? Lomachenko won 5 out of the last 6. Okay. He believe me when I tell you, okay? Teofimo had the fight of his career, just like Buster Douglas did. He will not fare well as a junior welterweight. He will win a world title. I'm not disputing that part, but he will not hold it. He won't be able to unify with guys. He's not that kind of guy at 140, and he's not the fighter that he was. Between he had the COVID, between the weight problems, between the personal problems, the shoulder surgery. He ain't the fighter that he was, and his father's, a little overrated.
Yeah, but his father was the trainer of the year, and his father had a method for Lomachenko. They called him crazy, but he was after that fight for 2-3 years, and then when he finally told everyone, that I'm gonna do this. I got a plan for Lomachenko.
Right. And then
At
as
the
soon
day,
as he
at the
won,
end of the day,
as
you
soon
gotta
as he
give it.
won, he lost.
You know, he got trainer of the year, and they
Uh,
won that fight. So
I'm
you
not
can't take
disagreeing
it
with
off
you.
of him,
And
that
then
you
as
can't
soon as
take
he
it
won,
away.
he lost. You can look at him as a shooting star, as a Nova, as a shooting star.
Yeah, but
Okay.
don't you think what they've done, and they've come from nothing, right? And where they've achieved to.
I'm not trying to
His father,
whoa. I'm not trying to downplay his achievements.
yeah.
You asked me about what he's going to do with junior welterweight going forward. You're the one that brought up what he did in the past.
Well, the channel brought it up.
Okay, so the channel brought it up.
The
That's fine.
channel
But
brought
that was then. This is now. He can't make 35, and he's going to go to 40, and he'll be just a real good fighter at 40.
Hey, let me tell you this. At 140, he's got people like Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor, Jose Zepeda, Jose Ramirez. I mean, you're talking about the top 4, top 5 guys, right? He's
Yeah.
got guys like that to deal
Mhm.
with. My thing is, he's the younger one out of all of them. He's younger than all of them, right?
Yeah.
He's got a better resume than most of these guys. Because he beat the pound for pound number one.
Don't forget, Haney's going to go quickly up to 142 as soon as Shakur gets to 35. So he's going to have more competition there.
Haney's already struggling with that
I
situation.
know.
We're
I know
going to
that.
talk about that in a minute because I got a question for you. But let me tell you, Teofimo Lopez is a live dog. I think he's a very live dog at the 140 division. If he takes this game serious, he mentally focuses in this game. No more women excuses. No more them excuses.
Okay.
Not excuses,
Okay.
but yeah, he was having women
Okay.
problems and he was having health
You
problems.
just listed 7 reasons or
I'm
7
just
things,
gonna
right?
tell you. Can I just get it off though? I
Sure.
believe Teofimo Lopez is a live dog, and I think that if he stays true to the game, I think this kid could be a unified champion at 140.
Right.
But we
Right.
can only see in the future, and we can
Mhm.
only have these conversations once we see fight by
Mhm.
fight.
Well,
Now,
listen,
of
let me
course,
run something by you. You gave 7 things that he needs to improve on in his personal life and social life and everything else, right? Okay. So let me add something to that. If my mother had balls, she'd be my father. Let's continue.
you're a funny fucker, ain't you? You're a funny
Yeah.
fucker.
He says 140 is stacked. He's right. 100%.
Mate, listen, I think Tio got a good chance. He got a good chance. I
And
feel like
don't forget the other kid, Ryan Garcia's 140 now. You didn't mention him.
yeah.
He's not 35 anymore.
Ryan Garcia's in the mix soon. But
Yep.
you know, Teofimo Lopez got some big fights. He can make something happen now. He just what he's got to do now is keep himself in that gym, get himself into the next fight. I don't know if he's going to fight that guy Barboza, who's ranked in the 140s now. If he fights Barboza after that, he's got to get himself in position to get a belt. Now you got good fighters there. You're right, Rick. It's a different division. They're bigger guys, and you got good fighters over there. So, Rick, you might be right. He might just win a belt, and he might not be able to hold it as long. But what we got to see is what's going to unfold now with the belt and who's going to win.
Yep.
We got to see that.
Absolutely.
Got to see that go through. Now, I want to talk to you about something about England, and I need you to, give me your views on this. I'll put the picture up right now. So look, do you know, you've been in boxing so long, you know the British boxing well enough. You know Chris Eubank Sr., don't you?
I don't know him personally,
No,
but
you
do I
don't.
have to admit I know who he is? Yes.
So Chris Eubank Sr., he made a statement on the Daily Mail, and he said he might convince his son to get out of this fight because what you guys are doing now, he goes, you're using my name and Nigel Benn's name, but you're putting my son into this fight and draining him at a weight that he's never been. He goes, I know what boxing's like. I think this is a wrong fight now. Now, he's saying that the 157 weight cut for Chris Eubank Jr., they're going to fucking kill him in the ring. What do you think about this?
I don't think he's wrong.
Really?
Yeah. But because not only that, there's a 10-pound rehydration clause, which is low. And I really think that it is a problem. But I also think that On the business side of it, the man side, Chris Eubanks is a grown-ass adult. He's 32 or 33 years old. He has been a pro for a long time now. He's a grown-ass man, and he signed a contract. He needs to live up to that contract. So there's two sides to that.
Mm. So the son has decided that he's carrying on training. The son's decided he's going to do the fight. His dad's going to make a decision whether he'll stand with him or not. But Chris Eubank Jr. is in the gym. He wants to fight. It's going to be for millions and millions of dollars, you know. So he can't refuse a once in a, you know, it's a once in a lifetime fight. But, you know, it is what it is about weight cut. You know, this weight cut is very dangerous. We've had people come over here. We've had nutritionists speak to me. You know, people who really know their boxing. They've come on the channel. They've said, Rapstar, weight cut is so dangerous that if you do too much,
100%.
yeah, and that's why there's bleeding in the brain.
I'm not gonna talk about. I want to tell you a story. I'm leaving all the names out of the story. I know a fighter that couldn't make the weight for a fight, knew it, and they tapped into his organs to lose the weight, and they replenished his organs after the weigh-in with fluid. Okay? So I'll leave it like that. It's all you need to know. We'll leave it alone from there.
So it's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy how people. So I'm going to ask you this question. What fighters do you think have overgrown their weight class and they're really doing it now? Like the Devin Haney's have been told by WBC that this guy comes in 24 pounds heavier the next day. This is just getting to a point he has to move up. What fighters do you see are overdoing it at that weight class?
Well, David Benavidez was overdoing it. Devin Haney was overdoing it. For sure, those two guys. I'm trying to think of the other. Earl Spence. He's tough on weight. Both Charlo brothers are tough on on weight. I'm trying to think who the other ones are off the top of my head. Josh Taylor. No question about that one. Let's see. I'm trying to think who else. Who?
Errol Spence?
Yeah, I already said Earl Spence. Both Charlo brothers, Earl Spence. I'm trying to think who else, but those are basically the ones right there
that have stayed in weight too long.
Yep.
They got to move up because they're not good for their body. It's not good for their body.
Well, Benavidez just moved up because he couldn't make the weight anymore. Haney's about to. I mean, they got no choice. You know?
Yeah, they got no choice. So, listen, have you got any news for the people in England and the people across the pond and the people right where everybody is wanting to know this news? Do you have any news for the fans about Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford?
Nah, I don't have any news. They say they're intensely working on it because the latest is that Stanionis, the WBA mandatory, who if Spence doesn't fight Crawford, he's got to fight Stanionis, and that's not a pay-per-view fight because really nobody knows him. So the Heyman and Spence and Crawford have intensified the negotiations to get it done because Spence doesn't want to give up his title. And he wants to be undisputed in his mind. And in the meantime, as they've ratcheted up the negotiations. So because what's his name won't take step aside money, Stanionis. He did it once. He's not doing it again.
Little problems, maybe technical problems as well.
What's that? What did somebody write here? Jose Gomez. Yeah, it went to purse bid, and I don't know what he's talking about.
The promoter that won't. Oh, wait, let me see. I don't know what he's on about on that one, mate. Paying up to secure the event. No, but look, at the end of the day, that fight should be taking place, they reckon. That's why people are being very quiet behind the scenes. Terence Crawford, Errol Spence is the biggest fight in America. You know, that's a fight they need to get together. But, you know, like we said, we ain't got nothing in concrete. You ain't got nothing in concrete. But it seems like it's going ahead, doesn't it, Rick?
I hope so. Let's put it. Boxing needs that fight.
Yeah, boxing does need that fight. Yo, smash the like button. Now, anyone else got any questions for Rick while I'm just going to chop it up with him with the last few bits? If you've got any questions, put it down into the chat. It's Rick Glazier. We're having an interview with Rapstar. You know what I'm saying? But yo, Rick, so what you looking forward to in boxing now, mate?
I'm looking forward to what everybody else is looking for. Hopefully Spence and Crawford are gonna get made. Hopefully Joshua and Fury get made. Hopefully if Fury wins, he fights Usyk. I'm looking for everybody else. I'm looking forward to um I'm looking for Newey after he beats Paul Butler to move up to 122 and fight guys like Stefan Fulton and stuff like that. So that's what I'm looking for.
That's good. Any fighters that you've seen coming up in boxing that anybody needs to
Yeah,
know about?
There's a kid in Canada, 140 pounder, the Chechen Wolf, but he dropped the name Chechen. He just calls himself the Wolf now. His name is Arthur Blesnov. He's 11-0 with 9 knockouts. He's a power punching left-hander. He won the Pan Am Games, a gold medal in 2015. He was a 2016 Canadian Olympian. Got jobbed in a decision in the Olympics, but he's a much better pro than he was amateur. He's a very close friend of Beterbiev's, the light heavyweight champ. They share the same gym in Montreal. They share the same conditioning coach, and he's a beast, just like Beterbiev is. So look for him at 140 pounds. He's real good. He's 20, I believe, 26 years old, and he's very, very good. Excellent.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So yeah, you guys look out for that fighter as well. But yeah, Rick, are you still in business with Rick Ross?
Well, I'm not in business with Rick. I advise Rick. We're not partners. It's his. I have my business. He has his. But I advise Rick and his business. Freeway Rick Ross Boxing, and so yes, I work with Freeway. I was just on the phone with him a couple times today. As a matter of fact.
Any fighters that he's got that anyone needs to look out
Yeah,
for?
Anthony Peterson is he's moving Anthony Peterson. He just fought twice and he's fighting again October 1st, and hopefully we're gonna put him in a big fight.
Anthony Peterson, what weight class?
140. He's about 39 or 39-1. He's 36 years old now, maybe he's 37, but he's low mileage. He lost a fight like 12 years ago. Other than that, he's a good fighter, very solid guy. He's very capable.
All right, and now we got another question from Real Boxing TV. He says, Rick, thoughts on Tank Davis?
He needs to fight somebody real. Needs to fight a top lightweight. He needs to fight a Devin Haney. He needs to fight a Ryan Garcia. He needs to fight these type of guys. He needs to fight those top guys. And Leonard Ellerby says, oh, he's only going to fight PBC fighters. So I don't know where they're going to manufacture these fighters from. So we'll see. I mean, so far, I'm not really that impressed. I think he's been fighting tailor-made guys, very short for the weight class. Leo Santa Cruz was basically a 26 pounder. I mean, and shot. I mean, he doesn't fight anybody. Fight somebody.
All right. Well, we got a question from Hayes. Right. Hayes says, question for Rick. What's your thoughts on how Mayweather promotes his fighters and Gervonta Tank Davis? What's your thoughts on Mayweather as a
horribly? Tank's a draw because of Tank, not because of Mayweather. Anybody can promote Tank.
Okay, so you think Mayweather's just not a good promoter?
No, he's a very self-centered guy. What Don King in the history of boxing is the only self-centered guy that ever became a great promoter. All the other ones, no. So there's your answer.
Man, you meant to ask Rapstar if I've got any inside, because I'm from here. This guy, he says, Rick, do you have any insight on Fury versus Joshua is going to happen? Do you have any insight?
I don't have any insight on it at all. Nothing.
That's a straightforward answer. Rick Glazier don't know nothing in the inside. Maybe Rick might have to get it from me first if I find out.
Well, I'm not saying I don't think it's going to happen. I just can't tell you tonight whether that I know anything. I might find out something tomorrow or Friday. But right now, I don't know any more than I just told you.
All right. So, Rick, John McSmith says, Fury, Usyk, AJ Wilder. Ask Rick, where are they in the heavyweights today?
Fury, Usyk, AJ Wilder. Well, you got to put Fury number one, Usyk number two.
Mm.
I would say Joshua's three because he went the distance in both his losses. Usyk where Wilder got face planted. So I would say Wilder. Who knows what he's got left? So I would say he's four.
Right, John McSmith says, I think he's saying as well, who are the other heavyweights that we need to talk about? Apart from those four.
Jared Anderson's up and coming. The top rank's got him. He's undefeated. I think all wins by knockout. He's up and coming. Um, Daniel Dubois, ever since he got stopped by Joe Joyce, has looked good. He broke his orbital bone, but he's good, very good fighter. And Joe Joyce himself's a very good fighter. So that's a good mix of fighters right there.
All right, we got Jose Gomez. Jose Gomez says, hey, Rick Glazier, what's going on with the Prograis versus Zepeda fight?
It's probably going to go to purse bids, I would say. They haven't made a deal yet, so it's probably going to go to purse bids.
Man, these guys think you're a boxing encyclopedia, right? Which I won't lie, you live for boxing. They're asking you, look at this question. When does Isaac Cruz fight? How does he know? He doesn't even like Al Heyman. Rick Glazier doesn't even fucking talk to Al Heyman.
He just fought a week ago or 2 weeks ago. He just won by knockout in a couple rounds. So yeah, it's good. It'll be a while before he fights again.
All right, my brethren, Punch Drunk Boxing says, will Top Rank is asking, will Top Rank survive when Bob Arum is gone? First, that question.
Yes, definitely. They've got corporate officers on top of corporate officers there. They have a CEO, they have a COO, they've got directors of this, chief financial officers. They've got 7 corporate officers there. They've got in-house attorneys. Top Rank will do just fine when Bob's no longer with us.
Really? So Bob Arum has set Top Rank up in such a way that if
the legacy will carry on. Now that doesn't mean that Todd Buff. That doesn't mean somebody won't buy it, but it'll either get bought out or it'll survive just wonderfully.
Wow. So everybody who always wonders what happens if Bob Father is not around. Rick Glazier does business. Can I explain to the fans who don't know yet like that? Rick Glazier does business with Bob Arum.
Well, I have, but personally, I don't have any business with him.
But you have done business
with
Bob Arum.
Many times, yes.
Right. So Rick Glazier has done business with Top Rank Promotions. All right.
Yep. So since 1993. So there you go.
Right. So Rick Glazier is saying that Bob Arum is so powerful, his business. He's got people in place, attorneys in place.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's corporate America. I mean, it's the top boxing promoter in the world. I mean, they've got corporate officers on top of corporate officers.
Go on. So you don't see the second part of the question says that, or do you see a new powerhouse that will be the promotional crown and who will be the promotional king when Arum is gone?
No.
Is there another company that will take that advantage out of it?
No. They got too many quality guys in place. They got in-house TV guys, they got in-house streaming guys, they got in-house boxing guys, they got in-house a legal department, lawyers. They've got in-house financial department. They've got in-house sponsorship. They've got it all. They're in business.
Right. Look how we do it on Rapstar. Hayes says this guy is a boxing encyclopedia.
Well, thank you very much.
John McSmith says nowhere are all the other heavyweights. They don't fight.
Right. That's true.
Right. So. Look, at the end of the day, Rick, I'll tell you this though. How far do you see that 30-year gap that you've had? What's the most differences that you've seen in boxing before in history?
Well, before when I first, I've got to hit the road here very shortly, but I got to make some business calls before I go to sleep. But listen, here's the deal. When I first started in boxing, you used to call up a manager. Hey, you want to fight for your fighter? You give them all the scoop. They negotiate for 2 minutes with you, and they say yes, right? Okay. Today, the fighter said, well, I got to talk to the manager. I got to talk to the trainer, and we got to sit down and talk about it. And they can't make a decision without the fighter and the trainer. It's completely reversed. Fighters don't want to fight each other anymore. Everybody's holding out for a career high payday. They don't want to stay active. What they don't get is you can't get career high paydays if you don't stay active. They don't get it. So there's so many things I could go on for hours of the difference.
Yeah.
None of it's good, by the way. What's this guy
The
say?
ones what stand out, as you said.
Right. What was this guy say here? Suleiman what?
Well, he says Suleiman just told someone he won the purse bid for someone that won the purse bid for Jose Zepeda and what's it called, Prograis, that then the event is not secure or is out to secure the event is now.
I don't know. Marv Nation won the purse bid. I don't know. He put up the money, but the 240,
He
but
put
the
10%. He put
deposits.
10% down.
Right. That's what you have to put down. I don't know if the fight's going to go on or not. So
who is Jamel fighting next, Tim or Fundora?
Oh, Tim,
Tim
definitely.
Tszyu, innit? Do you think
100%.
Tim Tszyu's got a chance to win in that fight?
Absolutely.
I mean, he's done good. I mean, he just looked bad, not that good in his last fight. But do you think he can beat this guy?
He's going to be up for this fight, and he can punch. And Jamel gets trouble making the weight, Jamel. And if he's a little off that night, Tszyu can win. Absolutely.
But Jamel is the undisputed champion who's beaten
Yeah,
everyone.
no, there's no question about
He's the
that.
strongest favorite. He's the strong favorite. You expect him to retain the titles. This is the first time the Australian kid's going against a world-class fighter like Jamel.
No. He's fought a lot of world-class fighters. This is just one that's the best
Yeah,
one
this is the best one, man. And his world-class fighters that he's fought is like Jeff Horn.
No, he's fought that other guy.
Who's the other guy?
So Zazafa.
Dennis Hogan.
He fought the guy from Cleveland.
Zalfa didn't fight. That Zalfa fight got cancelled.
Oh, okay. He fought what's his name?
He ain't
Terrell.
fought no elite fighters.
Yeah, he fought that Terrell Goshen who fought Lara for the title. He fought some good fighters.
Yeah, but this is really his first time.
This is his first big fight.
Yeah, this is
his first
big fight, I'll say.
Right.
But yeah.
Right.
Anyway, look, main thing is, right, Rick, you always give respect to the channel. They love you over here. You've seen it. And we have great little different conversations on Rapstar. We ask you different questions. So thanks for supporting us always.
No problem. Well, thanks for having me. Listen, if anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, it's at Real Rick Glazier 1. There's a whole bunch of fake Rick Glazier accounts out there, but I'm the one with 5,000 plus followers, and the other ones only have a few followers. So just pay attention. That's all.
Before you leave us and you run off and do your business, because you do business around the clock.
Yep.
So a debate would be hosted by me, and anybody comes here to ask you the questions. If they are out of line, I will take them out of the debate. They either keep it intelligent and boxing.
Yeah. No, right? I got no problem.
We keep it boxing. Look, Rick, we keep it boxing. We won't go nowhere else. When do you want to do the debate with the chat?
Next Tuesday night late next Tuesday night late is a possibility. Right now, more than likely 99%. This coming Tuesday night.
All right, listen to this, people. Rick Glazier, and he can have a debate, or you can have a dialogue. You can ask him a question on the panel live Tuesday. Have your questions ready. Rick Glazier be here. I hope you be here. Rick, thanks for coming on. I'll catch you soon.
Thanks for having me. Bye-bye now.
All right, bye. There you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. The man from across the pond who's in boxing. Love him or hate him, it was Rick Glazier. Rick Glazier is a controversial figure in boxing. He has said things in boxing that people don't like and they don't want to hear. But he's also shooted things very straightforward. You know what I mean? These are the OGs of boxing. You're talking to the people which have been in boxing over 30 fucking years. Love him or hate him, He'll tell you how it is. So we'll have that debate with Rick Glazier soon. You know what I mean? So don't be ducking. Have your questions ready. Keep it real. And we'll make sure that you get your questions on here. But yo, before we go anywhere, if anybody wants to speak for a minute, I'll send the link. If Real Boxing wants to speak, if Punch is in the chat, if Mirage still wants to speak, we'll give you a few minutes. I won't be here that long, but I'm going to talk about this. And we're going to talk that Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, it's on. It's Saturday night. And we're hyped up for the fight now. It's been a long time coming. It's been a little while, this trilogy. We knew the trilogy was coming one day. You knew the trilogy was going to come one day. The fight's fucking here. It's Saturday night. Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez. It's all the smoke. Trilogy. Canelo said he's going in for a knockout. Canelo said nobody's better than him in boxing. You heard what the man said. You heard what Canelo Alvarez said today. You heard it. Stop the cap. Canelo Alvarez said it to everybody. He still believes that he's the baddest man on the planet. Whether you love him or you hate him, Canelo Alvarez said it on Fight Hype. Big respect to Fight Hype TV. Yeah? Big respect to Fight Hype. Canelo Alvarez was on there today, bruv, and all of us saw it. And Canelo Alvarez says, I'm the baddest man in the planet. I'm the number one pound for pound. There ain't no man better than me. I know what I've done in boxing. I'm going to go into Gennady Golovkin's fight, and I'm going to fucking knock him out. Hey, the fight's on, bro. Max, do you believe Canelo Alvarez? He says he's the number one pound for pound. Still, no matter what the fans think, he don't give a fuck. He says he's that number one guy. What do you think?
First of all, what up, Rap Star? Let me give you your
Yeah,
flowers,
what do you think about the interview, bro?
Yeah, let me give you your flowers. Hold on. Great interview, bro. Great interview. Great show. I'm so happy I stayed awake for this one. So I hope we as a channel get to see more of this type of content. But going back to your question, I don't think Canelo is the number one pound for pound. I still have Usyk at number one, Terence Crawford at number two, and then Canelo at number three. I think that loss, showed us a little bit something about Canelo. But I'll tell you what, if Canelo loses on Saturday, that number three spot might go down all the way to number 10, man. You know what I mean? We're going to see.
What do you think, Mirage? What's happening, Mirage?
Hey, yeah, not much. Just been listening in.
Look, mate, he didn't come on for any talk, right? He said, look, we're going to have an interview, Rap Star. He goes, I don't want to get into nothing today. And he said, let's just keep it straightforward. So I said, all right, we won't have no guest on the panel. But you heard what he said. He's coming on Tuesday. So just
don't duck him. Don't duck him.
Just have your questions ready for him. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not going to have questions. I'm going to be fucking telling him something. Don't worry about that. Fucking questions. I don't know, like, I just wanted to talk about his opinion on Fury, AJ. Like, I agree, like, with the things he said. Like, he was right in certain ways. Like, AJ's not a natural. Fury's better, pretty much, obviously as a boxer. But I think he was underestimating AJ a little bit because we compare AJ to Usyk. Now, Usyk is definitely faster. He's more mobile. I think he's a better boxer, personally, although that's up for dispute. He's a southpaw, which is fucking AJ hates. So despite all those things, AJ still won 4 rounds.
Mm.
And I think Fury's obviously more hittable. I mean, he's not as fast as Usyk. Definitely not on the feet. He's a big target. So I think he's definitely, in terms of a matchup, I think Fury is a better matchup for AJ than Usyk. And if he won 4 rounds, I mean, they were competitive fights, especially the second. So people are underestimating AJ, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, he just thinks that, look, you got to agree with me, people. And everybody has to understand this if we're going to have this conversation. There's never been a fighter in history, who's lost
Yeah.
twice, right?
Yeah, I
And
heard that. Yeah, I
mentally,
heard that. I heard that.
can I just break this down for you guys? We never break. We got to go to this now.
Yeah.
Mentally, and I'm going to talk to everybody right now. Everybody saw Anthony Joshua crying.
Yeah.
Mentally, you saw him throw his belts. How angry he was. He came at Usyk's people. He mentally ain't in the right place for no fight right now with Tyson Fury. You know, Anthony Joshua's probably had some breakdowns, probably punching the wall, probably been fucking, you know what I mean? You don't know where he's at because the man
Yeah.
is not mentally right. He's been beaten up twice, not once, twice. There's no
But I
fighter.
got an answer to that. I got an answer.
Go on then. Go on,
This
mate.
is a golden opportunity. He may not get this opportunity to fight Fury again. So even though it's not the best time, for sure, it's not optimal. How can you miss out on this golden opportunity for a unified um, shot, a unified at the unified heavyweight championship? I mean, this is he, he may not have the opportunity to just wait and choose a better spot. This is the key. This is why they're taking, in my opinion.
Right.
It's a golden opportunity. You can't miss them. That's why I think they're taking it, and I think they
Now
should take it.
I'm gonna tell you something, right? I'm not gonna reveal names because if it's somebody's friend, cousin, whatever it is, you gotta remember this, yeah? I know people in London. Now, I don't know Anthony Joshua. I'm no person who doesn't has not met even Anthony Joshua. I met a lot of fighters in my life. I ain't met Anthony Joshua, but I know someone who knows him and knows his family, and I had conversations with them. And my conversations with somebody who knows Anthony Joshua's family is a different conversation to you guys because Anthony Joshua can still earn the Tyson Fury money with the Dillian Whites and many other fighters out there today for Anthony Joshua because he's the big cash cow. He needs time, and him taking this fight because he's been put under pressure. Because Tyson Fury has given Anthony Joshua such an offer that it's a can't refuse offer. It's like Mirage. Think about this, Mirage and Max. Tyson Fury said, "Fuck it, we're virtually at 50-50. I'm going to give you 40%. If you win this fight, you're definitely at the rematch. We're on levels. You know what I mean?" And
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's giving AJ that opportunity,
Hang
but
on.
AJ's
There's no way
AJ's not in the
AJ
right
versus
frame of
Dylan
mind.
White is as big
AJ's
as
not in the
fucking
right frame of mind, bro.
Fury
Somebody's got to
AJ.
think about
What are you
AJ.
talking about?
AJ's not in the right frame of mind for no fight.
Yeah, but you said Dylan White is equivalent money to Fury in terms of
No,
matchup.
Dillian White, he can make a lot of money with
Yeah, but not
Dillian
as
White.
much as Fury. And Dylan White doesn't
I,
have belts.
but
Fury's got 2 belts.
you're talking about a man who's worth nearly 300 million now, 200 million.
He wants the glory.
But
Beating
you're
Dylan
talking
White
about a
is
man.
means
Yeah, so
fuck
yeah,
all.
stop changing the conversation with me then. First you're saying it's for money. Then you're
It's
saying
for
it's for
money and the
glory.
belts, both.
No, you can't have it both because
Oh,
the
why
man's
not?
got enough money already.
Okay,
He's
it's for the
got enough
belts. It's
money
for the
already.
belts.
So it's for the glory.
That's a fucking big deal, isn't it? I mean,
All right, all right,
Dylan
all right.
White just got fucking knocked out. That's not a fucking draw. That's what's that going to do for his legacy? Beating up Dylan White. Obviously, Fury is a huge legacy fight, and if it's given to you on a platter, you don't fucking miss the opportunity.
But that's what I'm
Especially
saying.
when this
I
guy talks about
agree with
retiring.
you there. I agree with you there.
So that's why he's
That
taking
at
it.
the end of the day, right, I agree with you there that he's been given such an opportunity and an offer. If he doesn't take it, the world of boxing is going to say AJ ducked it, bro.
Yes, but
Right?
I think the
And
question is, does you mentioned like never in history is like has a fighter lost twice? That goes to the point of does he deserve the opportunity? The answer would be no, he doesn't deserve it because he's fucking lost twice. But that's irrelevant when he's being offered it, right? Like he's being offered it. You can't blame the guy for taking it, right? Like this is a guy. No fighter would miss out on this prize if it's just given to him. So I don't blame him. But does he deserve it? No. But it's a huge fight. So I mean,
I'm just saying, you people, what we got to recognize as a man where AJ has been, as you saw him break down and shit like that, after 2 losses, there has never been a heavyweight who's after 2 losses, right, ever fought a man like.
So if you were his
straight
manager,
after.
you wouldn't take the fight?
Say that again?
If you were AJ's manager, you would not take the Fury fight?
No, because you got to remember this. AJ has made so much money. And even Rick Glazier came on here and he does boxing business. And he said, I wouldn't put AJ in there right now. He's got enough money. We can make enough money with other fighters. And once you make those money with other fighters, he'll be in position again.
What about the belts? What about the belts and all that?
Well,
you don't care?
AJ don't need the belts. He can make enough money without the belts.
What if you care about the belts? What about if you want to be the best
only,
fighter in the world?
This is only for the belts, but he said he don't care about the belts anyway. He said on his last fucking interview, he don't give a fuck about belts, and that's why he threw them away. He goes, I don't want to fight for belts. That's what he said.
What's he fighting for? Money?
Then he's got enough money
just
already.
Spur of the moment, he's just saying.
Or I think this is what's happened. Tyson Fury pulled the biggest fucking card, and he thought, nah, AJ ain't gonna sign this. AJ ain't gonna take this.
Sure.
I believe Tyson Fury thought AJ ain't gonna take this, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm saying that I thought AJ ain't gonna take this, but AJ saying he's gonna take this fight shows me that AJ's either a dog, and he wants to prove to himself that he got a chance with Fury now, that he can get a belt, that he can be that guy again. Then I got to put my hands up to Anthony Joshua. He got balls.
Yeah, that's what I think. He wants to prove, like, I'm going to take you out,
he can't back out. He's playing the bluff as well. Because Tyson Fury might be playing the bluff. We don't know. Right? And Anthony Joshua's answering to it now, saying, fuck it, I can't refuse this. If this fight goes on, I'm taking it. So we got to see what's going to happen now and who's going to back out of this fight. Because Tyson Fury said Usyk's not ready to fight. So I don't see Tyson Fury backing down from nobody. I'll tell you that much now. I see Tyson Fury wanting everybody. So Anthony Joshua is either saying, yeah, he's taking it now, but I just don't know how. He just lost twice. He mentally had a breakdown. I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. I think Joshua will get stopped in this fight at this point.
Well, I mean, I think you guys are overestimating Fury.
I don't know.
I see John McSmith in the chat.
What's Max think, bro?
Hey, get your ass on here, Pops. We're not
finished. John McSmith.
We're not finished. John.
Hey, Max. What are you saying, Max?
So, I don't know.
Hey, what's up, Max?
What up, Mirage? I see what Mirage is saying. But, bro, if I was his manager, I wouldn't let him fight this fight right now.
Exactly.
I wouldn't. Because I now, listen, again, I like what Rick said. Rick said, give him 2 tune-up fights. As a matter of fact, maybe if the
How do you know Fury's going to be around by that time? He might retire.
I know.
2-3 fights. You've missed the chance.
But no. That's what I'm saying. I see your point, too, because we don't know what's going to happen with Fury. He might definitely retire.
That's true.
It's like
a gamble.
Not
it's a big gamble. You want to take a gamble, basically.
Yeah, basically that's what's going on.
But let Max have his opinions. Go on.
No. But I'm saying that's what we're gonna have to see what happens, man. I don't know. It's gonna be. I see Fury winning the fight. I see what Mirage is saying. I kind of do agree with that this is actually a better fight for AJ. Like, I think they match better than Usyk and AJ. But we'll see. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. John McSmith said he's about to jump on too. I'm ready for that one. Let's go.
I want to listen to John's hot takes.
He says, give him a reason. He's asking you to give him a reason.
Give him a reason.
Okay. Well, put it this way, though.
Because I'm here. Hey, because I'm here, John. That's the only reason you need.
Let's go, John. Get on here.
Okay, Pops.
What do you think? What do you think all our UK brothers are thinking over there? Rap about this fight. Should AJ be taking this fight? Is that what are the new
No, of course.
Sports channel saying?
Listen, if the boxing fans are true boxing fan, they want to watch the fight. But people who understand boxing know that AJ might not mentally be ready for this fight. Okay. That's all. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, would you think fans give a fuck about where AJ mentally is? No. You know what I'm saying? They just want to see a fight, bro. So if AJ takes the fight, big up to AJ. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's never been a fighter who's done what AJ's done. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, first time for everything,
so we're going to
If
see if AJ really takes the
And it's
fight.
not like he got knocked out or beat up. Like, that was a competitive fight. Like,
Mhm.
it's not that big of a psychological. I mean, yeah, sure,
so
he got pissed off post fight and had his rant, but it's not like he got destroyed. He's coming off something really bad.
So, what
so
you
Sort of,
say
if
about Mr. Canelo Panderas?
wait.
Canelo,
Last point.
yeah.
Last point for me.
Sorry,
So
go on, bro.
if Joshua doesn't take the fight and he does a tune-up fight, this is what I would like to see. If Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz fight for the for the eliminator, and Andy loses, I want to see a trilogy of AJ and Andy Ruiz. That's my prediction on that.
Okay, okay,
Yep.
okay.
And Canelo right there, Canelo with the
Canelo
scaggy
Panderas.
PJs.
That's
Let's
Canelo
go.
Panderas.
He ready for Saturday. He ready, yo. He gonna knock him out.
Yeah,
fucking
but you know,
clown.
I want you to tell me what Canelo's saying. Canelo's saying, right, that he's still number one. So if he's not number one, who's not? Can you tell me, Max, who's your top three or whatever you want to do now? Top five.
Also, my top three is Terence Crawford number one, Usyk number two. Number three for me,
Elua?
no. For me, number four, no. For me, number three is probably I don't know. You know what? No. Errol Spence. I'm gonna go Errol Spence, and then I'm gonna go Canelo.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let me just say this, people. That loss against Bivol makes Canelo Alvarez after Errol Spence. That's my question. My question is going to be Errol Spence has stayed at the same weight all his life.
Mm-hmm.
Errol Spence is a unified champion, no doubt
Mm-hmm.
about it. Errol Spence is maybe the top dog at welterweight, no
Yeah.
doubt about it. But Errol Spence ain't even done anything else in apart from that weight. Canelo Alvarez has been champion at 1, 2, 3 weight classes, then become undisputed at 168, bro.
Yeah.
And then he got his ears boxed off in his last fight.
So that one fight that he lost against Bivol puts him after Errol Spence. Okay.
It,
Hey,
yeah.
I
I mean,
like it.
what
Hey,
about
listen.
what about yours? What about yours? Your top
Yeah,
four.
yeah.
Let's go.
We're gonna get to me, but we're gonna get to my guy here. What's his
All
name?
right, Mirage.
Mirage.
Mirage, top four.
Yeah.
Top four. Okay. Well, number one, Benavidez. Number two. I mean, I might be generous to Usyk. He's done some decent work. I'll give number two to Usyk. Three, Boots Ennis.
Benavidez number
Boot,
one. I
no,
love
Boots
it.
three, Boots Ennis.
Oh my god.
Um, Number four.
You're not trolling, are you?
No, I'm fucking serious. Number
Mm.
four. Fuck. I don't know. Number four. Maybe Terence Crawford. And I might give Canelo number five because he's done some decent work, even though it's overrated. He's done decent work. So that's my top five, and that's a real top five. This Errol Spence fucking overrated fucking fighter doesn't deserve, not even worth my time at all. I know you're going hard on Spence before Rapstar.
Yeah.
We can get into him if you want. I can fucking smack him around.
No, we don't want to be doing that, bro.
Okay.
I'm a
I'm
Spence
just
fan,
telling
bro.
you.
I'm an Errol Spence fan, so let's not even talk
Well,
about
that's a
that. But
problem right there.
I don't.
We have a
I'm a
problem.
boxing fan, though. That's the difference.
Well,
I'm a
so am
boxing
I.
fan.
As a boxing
I don't
fan,
want
I
to
don't
hear it
buy
right
into
now,
the hype.
Mirage,
I don't buy
because
into the hype jobs.
yeah, but
That's
what I'm
why. That's
saying
a
is
real fan right
what
there.
I'm saying is you got to remember this. Say what you want,
Mm.
but Errol Spence has been beating the guys that he's been beating in his division. That's it. He
Yeah,
ain't doing.
who's he
He's
been
doing more.
beating?
He's been doing more,
Fucking.
but he's been still doing more than others. Others ain't done what he's done lately. That's just it. And we're at
What's
that
he done
division
lately?
with
Hang on.
the
He only had one fight in the last 2 years. He
yeah.
fought
So
some
what?
bum.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
Didn't he
is
fight
we're
some bum last
yeah,
fight?
but
That's
what I'm
it.
saying is he still beat the man who beat Manny Pacquiao. He beat the man who beat Manny Pacquiao.
Oh,
So
he
he's
beat
ahead.
the man who
So
beat like a 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Well, let's
Errol
give him a
Spence got
fucking
3
gold
belts
medal.
though. You can hate him as much as you want. He's still got 3
Wow.
belts. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He's
and he's
still
about
got
to
3 belts.
he's about
Yeah,
to go
anyway, I gave you
undisputed,
my
maybe.
David
my pound for
Benavidez,
pound.
bro. David Benavidez ain't got no belts. How you put him number 1 pound for pound?
Yeah, that's
Because
crazy.
belts are
That's
How the
overrated.
fuck you got David Benavidez at
Belts are
number 1
overrated.
pound for pound,
Belts
bro?
are overrated. I'm talking about the fighter when he gets in the ring.
Yeah.
Who is the best fighter in the world in the ring?
What
Now they
what
can have
pound?
whatever
What?
belts they have. I don't care if they got 4 belts,
All right.
1 belt. No, bro. I'm talking about pure fighter. Now, when
All
you
right.
see Benavidez fight, then you see Errol Spence fight. Do you really think? I mean, this is the pound for pound. Errol Spence, what he does in the ring: jab, 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 left hand, jab, jab, left hand. I mean, is that it? Is that the best he's got? I'm not impressed. Sorry, I'm not
Yeah, but
impressed.
what we're gonna remember is David
What about
Benavidez.
Benavidez combinations, mixing up the
But
variety,
yeah,
the
but
jabs, the body
David
punches,
David
the
Benavidez,
power?
in order for him to
That's
be in
that's
pound for
that's a
pound,
that's a top pound for
Mirage,
pound fighter.
David Benavidez, you fucking plonker, for him to be in pound for pound, bro, he got to beat fighters which are good fighters to get him into pound for pound. He beat Anthony Dirrell.
Okay.
You're giving
He
him
needs to
fucking
do
pound
that
for pound with
to
fucking
prove it
Anthony
to
Dirrell,
you.
bro. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about,
I'll tell
bro?
you what I'm talking about.
David Benavidez fucking got a cocaine problem, first of all.
So he
Yeah,
needs to do that to prove
yeah.
it to you,
He
right?
needs to
But
do his
he's already
cocaine as
proved it.
well. But
He's already
remember this.
proved it to
Remember
me
this. You capping.
in
He
other
ain't no pound
ways.
for pound fighter, bro.
You can
David
prove
Benavidez
things in
ain't
other
no pound
ways.
for pound
Okay.
fighter, bro. But
So
in your head,
do I
David
talk or what?
Benavidez, in your head, David Benavidez is a
Yeah.
pound for pound.
Because do you know why? So when I say, for example, let's just say Benavidez, hypothetically, he fought Canelo and like
David Benavidez is
let's
pound
just
for
say he
pound, man.
fought Canelo and
He's
he
number
stopped
1
Canelo.
pound for pound.
Then you would say, oh my God,
Manchester United.
it's already proven to me. So this is why I have you number 1. You need something obvious proved to you, so you're not convinced. To me, it's obvious. I've been convinced like a year ago, 2 years ago. This is why it's number 1. So this is the difference. I can see the obvious.
I'm just
You and these
saying,
other
man.
and the people in the
I
chat here,
feel
Johnny
like
Blaze, all these casuals, they don't see the obvious
Oh
like I
now
do.
you're calling out Johnny Blaze, are you?
Johnny
I'm calling
Blaze.
him all out.
Why are
I'm
you
calling
coming
him
at
all out.
Johnny Blaze? What's he done to you?
He's got a big mouth. I've noticed it in the
What did
chat.
Johnny
He's
Blaze do
usually
to you,
talking.
Mirage?
So
He talks shit. And I'm
so
still waiting for
Rapstar,
John McSmith.
John McSmith, hop on, drop that link. So if Canelo wins on Saturday, where do you move him in your pound for pound rank? Because for me, if he wins on Saturday, he's number 2,
You know,
in my opinion.
it just becomes a stupid debate, man. But look, he loves David Benavidez. We know David Benavidez is his Muhammad Ali, his Mike Tyson. We know
And he's
that
undefeated. Is Canelo undefeated? No.
but
There you go.
but what we're saying is these fighters which are in
There you
pound for
go.
pound, Mirage, they're undisputed. Fighters which have become undisputed, bro. Fucking David Benavidez hasn't done nothing like that to be in the pound for pound yet. Now,
Okay.
can he be?
That's
Now, let's keep it logical. Can he be pound for pound?
oh.
Yeah.
You
Maybe.
want to keep it logical? Okay, let's keep it logical.
Right.
You
Stop
become
fucking being
hey,
delusional
there's
about
pound for pound. Then the next step, that's the surface level. The next step, who did you beat
it.
to become pound for pound? That's the real question. Who did you beat? Did you beat some quality, legit champions? Or did you beat a bunch of fucking pretenders?
Yeah, but
Caleb
everyone
Plant
can
is
use the
promising.
That's the
pretender.
question.
But everyone can use
Did
the
you beat up
pretender, son.
Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant? I
Mm.
mean, is that really that impressive?
Did he
Just
not
because
beat
they had
Miguel
some belts?
Cotto?
They
Did
held
he not
some
beat
dumb
Shane
belts?
Mosley? Did he not beat Austin Trout? Did
Yeah,
he
he
not
beat up
beat
like a
Danny
50-year-old Shane
Jacobs?
Mosley on points. Wow.
Did he not beat Gennady Golovkin when Golovkin was
Oh,
unbeaten?
I don't know. I don't think he
Did he
beat him.
not
No,
beat Kovalev?
no, I don't think he beat
Why
Gennady or
you don't
Golovkin.
mention all
Sorry,
those other Hall of Famers?
because he
Canelo
didn't beat
Alvarez is
Triple
beating Hall
G.
of Famers.
He got a favorable decision on the second fight because he's a
Oh,
cash
man.
cow. He's a
You know
cash
what?
cow.
Let's get John McSmith to debate
Yeah.
ya. We need John McSmith over here
Probably
because
it's
you
going to
ain't
be
gonna.
past his bedtime
John
soon.
McSmith
It's
fucking.
like 7 p.m. over there, so better
John
get him on
McSmith
soon.
fucking smoked you last night on this.
Oh,
Drop the
whatever.
link for John. Drop the link
Well,
for
if you just
John.
make up things, if you just make up complete bullshit, sure.
No,
It's
but
not
look,
bad. I
come
mean,
on, no, but ain't you making up a bit of bullshit when you say that
all
David
facts.
Benavidez? No, but
I'm
look,
only
look, look.
shooting
All right,
facts.
look. Stop getting upset. David Benavidez is #1 pound for pound in your fucking boxing logic.
Yep, he's the best fighter in the world. Yep. Sometimes the best fighter doesn't have all the belts. That's happened before.
Mirage,
happened.
mate. You got to either love him or you got to hate Mirage, don't you? You got to
I
either
back up
love
my
Mirage, you
opinions. I
got to
back
hate
him up.
Mirage.
I back him up.
Mirage is a geezer, innit? He's a geezer. Hey, listen, man. Who's your #1 pound for pound fighting next? Who's he fighting next, son?
I don't know. He should. I mean, he should be
is
fighting
he
Canelo.
is he ruling boxing? Is he? Is he ruling the sport? Is he, or is he still waiting for his opportunity?
He's waiting for everybody to stop ducking him. That's
Is he
correct.
waiting for
He's
everyone to
waiting for
duck him?
Canelo.
Yeah.
Hey, he, the fact that the #1 pound for pound is ducking him. What does that say about him as a fighter? Doesn't that prove my point?
Yeah.
The
It
pound
don't
for
prove
pound is
nothing.
scared of you. I mean, you must be the real pound for pound. That's logic right there.
So isn't
That's
Andre?
logic.
Well, then isn't Andre pound for pound? Isn't Demetrius in that logic? Isn't Demetrius Andre pound for
Dude,
pound?
nobody's even heard of that guy. He has not fought anybody
But
at
people
all.
said they didn't fight him.
Well,
They
back then,
avoided him.
Canelo ducked him back then, but that
Well,
was
he
like years
avoided. You
ago.
know, he was avoided for that fight. So does that make him pound for pound?
No, but he hasn't looked that impressive. He's fucking average. It's a waste of time. It's the whole
Man.
package. Benavidez, he's impressive. He fucking
Benavidez.
destroys his opponents. It's the whole package, and Canelo's scared.
So
I can't wait for. I can't.
Rick Glazier said that a fighter like Canelo ain't scared of no one. He's doing what he
Yeah,
wants to do, and he wants to do what he wants to do
yeah.
because
He was talking nonsense. A lot of nonsense. He's talking about the fight. You need to have like another. You need to have like a person from another country to have a big draw to make the fight big. I don't know what he's talking about. Benavidez, Canelo would be the biggest drawing fight pay-per-view for Canelo, in my opinion. At the
but that's
gate,
not even a conversation, man.
but he was
Somebody.
denying that. He was saying, "Oh, it doesn't make business sense." That was it. That's what he was saying, right? That's what he said. And I don't understand that.
Are
I
you
do
are you
agree.
are you ever gonna go and see David Benavidez live?
Well, I'm in Australia, so it's a bit hard.
No, you're not gonna take a flight to go and see your pound for
I don't
pound
need to.
#1 fighter. No.
But
What
Okay.
anyway,
time?
yeah,
What time? What time
sorry.
is the fight? What time do you guys have to wake up to watch the fight over there?
On fights here are like the main events usually start 2 p.m. No,
Okay.
3 p.m. 2 p.m. 3 p.m. roughly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Good.
it's
Good. Good.
perfect
Good.
time over here. Yeah.
What
If
about
they're in
you?
America, if they're in the UK, then it's fucked. Yeah, then it's like
It's
6
finished.
a.m.
Don't even ask, mate. You're lucky I do nights. About 5 in the morning I'm up.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, man. Don't even ask. It's mad. Mad hours. But
but anyway,
boxing's boxing, at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But Leo, what you guys saying though? This Saturday, bro. King Nello. Cartello,
yeah,
man. The
big day.
man
I
of
mean, it's gonna be a
boxing.
big fight. Still, man, looking
Yeah?
forward to it.
All I
Canelo
know is that
Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, mate. You ready,
Bam
yeah?
Rodriguez. I'm excited for the undercard too. I'm excited to see Bam Rodriguez, bro.
Facts. Yeah, he's coming up. He's
Yeah.
doing great things, that Rodriguez.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm excited for the fight. Look, man, I told you again. I'm gonna know everything about the fight in the first 3 rounds. If Triple G comes
Yo,
in
keep cooking, yeah.
bullying,
I'll be back in a
yeah,
minute. Keep
yeah,
cooking.
no problem. If Triple G comes in aggressive into the fight, which I don't think he will, but if he comes aggressive into the fight, then that will let me know we about to have a fight. Like this is gonna be one of those blow for blow fights. But I think Canelo is not looking to box him. I think Canelo's looking to knock out Triple G. No one's ever done it before, though. You feel me? So I don't know what to expect on that. But all I know is if somehow Triple G wins, everybody in the chat better watch out for Mirage on Saturday, man.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I'll be fucking ready.
Oh, man. But I'm interested to see what he's going to say after the fight. Like when the post interview in the ring, and they ask him like,
Yeah.
"Hey, who do you want next?" I'm really hoping. I'm actually with you, Mirage. I'm hoping that he says David Benavidez, even though I don't think he'll call him out. But
Yeah, no.
I would love to see that fight. I want
He's
to
gonna
see that
pull out
fight.
Bivol. He's just gonna be boring. I want a revenge on Bivol. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be boring.
Yeah. How many times has Triple G been hurt? I've never seen him like hurt in a fight. Like Triple G, he's 40
Yeah,
years old
no.
now, but you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, Khan, that they actually stopped the fight. I'm thinking like around the ninth round. That's when I think if Canelo comes out very aggressive and does a lot of work to the body, because I don't think he'll knock him out with like a headshot, but I think a good liver shot, maybe.
But I think if he stops Triple G, it's not even gonna be. He's not gonna go down. I mean, you can stop fighters just by
Oh
putting it
yeah,
on him, like
absolutely. Yeah,
hitting
yeah.
him, and the referee's just gonna step in. That might happen, but Triple G's got good cardio, so it's unlikely as well. So I don't know.
So Logic has a
Maybe
question
go.
for you. He said, Logic in the chat. He said Benavidez's biggest win was Darrell. Darrell won a close fight versus Yildirim. How is Benavidez pound for pound? That's a
We're
good.
going
He's
back there.
powerful. I told you. He's dominated all his opponents.
Mm.
He's destroyed them all, and a lot of this is just the eye test, obviously. The eye test. When I see a fighter, how do I judge him in the ring?
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
I watched some Spence fights the other night.
yeah.
To me, the eye test, I wasn't very impressed, to be honest with you guys.
With Errol
I
Spence?
didn't sit back and think, wow, this is like the best fighter in the world. I'm watching the best fighter. Sorry. I mean, Rapster, they're like, when you watch Spence, forget about, oh, he's got 2, 3 belts. Just when you watch him in the ring, do you think this is the best fighter in the world that I'm watching with my eyes? That's the test right there. I
Hmm.
don't see it. I don't see some amazing talent. I see like a good fighter, but amazing talent, no.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question, Mirage and Rapstar. Canelo is what, 34 or 35? Or how old is
32.
he?
32.
Oh, 32. Okay, he's 32. What is there more for him to accomplish in the sport of boxing after a couple more fights? Like, what can you see him doing? Like, defending at 168? Like, who else is in that division? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
going back
mean,
down to 160 or trying to do
the one,
something at 175, you know?
there's not much. I mean, it's getting limited. That's why, like, it's logical. He has to beat, like, the best fighter in his division.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in terms of what else can he do for his legacy, I mean, I don't know. It's limited, right? He's won a
It's
belt at
very limited.
175. I mean,
Yeah. I
this
want
is why belts are less important now because he's got all these belts. Now it's about names, like
defending
fighting
them.
actual top fighters, like dangerous fighters. They always talk about Rapster. You better be fucking listening. Oh, Canelo challenges himself. He takes risks.
Yeah.
Have you motherfuckers seen the odds of Canelo's last? I just checked the last 4 fights.
uh,
5-1 favorite, 6-1 favorite, seven
yeah.
to one favorite. Really? Is that taking risks when you're an overwhelming favorite? What kind of fantasy world are you motherfuckers living in?
Yeah.
Do you know the last time
Yeah.
he was an underdog against Triple G? 4
Oh,
years ago.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was an underdog. I checked. The
Yeah.
closest fight on the odds recently was Kovalev, where he was like 3-1 favorite, 4-1 or something.
That was a
Like,
good fight, man. I like that fight. That was a
well, I
good
don't think
fight for Canelo.
it was a fucking close fight. Kovalev, if you
Yeah.
watch the fight, Kovalev controlled Canelo with his jab.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a powerful jab. It was just a fucking, weak jab. Just keep him there in his face. So that should
Look,
tell
man.
you how the limitations of Canelo. People forget that shit. They just say, oh, he stopped Kovalev. Oh, Canelo's the man. They forget about everything before in the fight. Are you listening up, Johnny McSmith? You better be listening.
Yeah, what up, Punch?
So he doesn't challenge himself. He takes
Dímelo,
easy
dímelo.
fights. Hey, put up
Tranquilo,
my thing. I'm running the video. Is this
What?
is this a master boxer? Were you watching this video? Is this a fucking master boxer? Flat-footed, just walking forward in the pocket, one punch, two punch. Is this the fucking pound for pound? Are you fucking serious? Put that shit up. Hey, Punch Drunk, have you been listening?
Talk to me. Who's this?
I've been talking.
What happened, motherfucker?
Have you been listening?
Listen to you?
Yeah, I've been educating everybody that's been listening, and I know you were listening. Don't pretend.
I just got on. I was just
Look at this.
eating.
Just standing there in the pocket. Oh, one punch.
I just
now
finished
I'm gonna
eating
wait.
pussy.
Okay. Congratulations.
Hey, yo, good video today. Good video today, Punch.
Thank you very much. I got a bone to pick with Rapstar. I got a bone to pick with Rapstar.
Everybody's got a bone to pick.
I feel very unappreciative in one sense.
Oh, let's hear it.
Yo.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in Rapstar in one part of his conversation with Rick Glazier.
Okay.
I got a bone to pick with you, my brother.
Go on, man. What was the conversation?
Let it all out. Don't hold back, Punch.
Let it out. I'm having a sound.
Let the combinations go.
I know you want to accommodate the guests, and hey, Rick Glazier has, done great. I guess he done good work for himself in the boxing community. You know what I'm saying? As an insider and broker and stuff like that. But you said something that was very inaccurate. And you wanted to give somebody their flowers that didn't meant to receive flowers. Because you was on that live with your boy, Mr. Moonshine. And you said to Rick Glazier, I have never heard that Triple G will keep his belts if he loses to Canelo Alvarez.
Oh, I never heard that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when he said that in the beginning and he hit me with it, I said, well, a lot of people haven't heard that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really acknowledge when he hit me with that. And he said that Gennady Golovkin was going to keep his belts. You know? I said, yeah, that's going to be a lot of new news for people that start boxing. For sure.
You said that you never heard that. Ladies and gentlemen, you said we never heard this before. And I said, what the hell is Rapstar talking about? Is he trying to give flowers to Rick Glazier, give him props for something he said that is maybe a good idea or genius? Like, nobody has talked about this. But even with Mirage, is Mirage there?
Yeah, Mirage is still here.
Mirage is still here. Even Mirage was on the panel when we was talking about this, when I mentioned it. Matter of fact, that was the same live that even Southpaw was in. I said, because that was a Genovic live. I said that Genovic, the email champion, remember this live now? Let me remind you. That Genovic, the email champion, the paper champion, will be a worse email and paper champion. Do you know why? Because he said he would never fight Triple G. I said, so why would I want Genovic to be a champion? And if Triple G loses, he's going to hold on to the belts. So that means nothing is going to move in the middleweight division because they wouldn't want to unify. So nothing is going to move. So you did hear it in Punch Drunk
Yeah,
Boxing.
maybe I didn't acknowledge it, but if it's on your
Yes, you
channel,
didn't acknowledge your
I
boy,
didn't
Mr.
acknowledge it.
Moonshine. I'm highly disappointed in you, my
Yeah, I
brother.
didn't
Because
acknowledge
you
it,
was on the
man.
panel, Mirage was on the
But
panel.
I don't think anybody acknowledged it in the way when he just came out straightforward and he turned around and said, "Yo, I'm just gonna say that Triple G's keeping his belts." I thought so
I
when he said it
thought
like that, that
nothing.
you didn't. You know, I mean, even you haven't come up on the channel, have you, Punch, and said, "Yo, Triple G is keeping both of his belts." Have you said that?
Mirage, what did I just say, guys, in the panel? What did I just say?
Yeah, but did you say it like that?
What did I just say?
You said that
Sorry,
he
I just
was
got
not
back.
going to defend his belts.
What? Hey, yo, you know what? I'm actually editing it so I could send you the video.
Yeah,
So you can see.
I don't know. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
yo,
didn't mean to.
yeah.
I didn't. Did anybody else hear that Triple G's keeping his belts?
I never heard that before. That's why I said. I
I
mean,
know,
and
yeah, and it didn't hit me. It just hit me like that. Okay, Triple G's keeping his belts. I said, okay.
Man.
And then maybe, you know what? I was giving the channel a bit of boost. Then, yeah, man, you're hearing it on Rapstar. I mean,
All right. Okay. Oh,
you know, you know,
wait.
and obviously,
it's
if
not
Punch
no
has said it
disrespect.
before, then of course,
Yeah, no
you know,
disrespect.
then Punch has got to get the credit for it. And, you know, that's it.
I'm disappointed.
You know what I mean?
It
Then Punch
tells
has
me
got to
they
get
got no.
credit
You not
that
listening, rap.
he said it like the way that Rick Glazier said it. That's it. If Punch said it like Rick Glazier said it,
Oh,
and
I had
everybody
to
else,
say it like
because
Rick
not anybody,
Glazier.
Punch, you're disappointed in me, but not anybody much in the chat knew about it either.
You know why? Do you know why, really?
Tell me.
Because you know why? Because when I speak about Genovic, people don't like me talking about Genovic. So what they hear is the Genovic shit, and they think it's all hate. I said it on the live that you was on.
Yeah, and
So
everybody
how you
said
not
that this
gonna
is
hear it?
a Punch. Everybody said this is the first time they heard it
Matter of
exclusive
fact, can
themselves.
I put the link?
Can you play it? Can you please play
Hold
it?
on.
Can you
Got you
play
right
it?
here, brother.
Play
Hold on.
it.
Got you right here. Give me a second.
Hey, look, Rick Glazier said it
I'm
in
gonna
the
jump
way
back
that
on.
he
I'm gonna
said
jump
it.
back on.
Yeah. When Rick Glazier hit everybody like that, yeah, and he goes, Golovkin is keeping all his belts, win or lose. He got everybody by surprise, right?
Yeah, he got me by surprise. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. And he got everybody by surprise. So if Punch
All right,
did
so
put it into his channel in a chat.
all right. So we have a debate here going on: Rap Star versus Punch. Let us know who's
Yeah.
winning.
So yeah, you funny fuck. You love my channel, don't you, for the debates?
Oh yeah, no, I love it, bro.
Hey, listen, Rick. Hey, listen. You know why I was easy with Rick Glazier? You gotta keep it real. He don't go to many channels and sit there like he does with me, right?
Respect.
And behind the scenes, I know him in boxing. There's been a couple of fighters I'm even thinking of. You know, I've talked to him about boxing. I have, right?
Yeah,
So
respect.
I'm not gonna sit here. If you don't agree, I'm not gonna disrespect the guest, am I? Do you want me to just disrespect the man and say it in a way that we would have smoke? Because it won't be fair on him because
Yeah,
he's coming on here to
don't
show
disrespect
respect.
him. Don't disrespect him. Just let me talk to him.
No,
At
and
the
you
end of the
can't
day,
be. You got to talk to him in a
sort
way
that out.
where you don't need to offend the man. Keep it
Uh,
intelligent.
yeah, on Tuesday we're gonna see that Mirage
Yeah,
versus
keep it intelligent.
Rick Glazier.
If you
Yep.
wanna have a little smoke, keep it intelligent. Now look,
Sm-
I want to hear what Punch is saying though. I want to hear it the way that Punch said it. You get what I mean?
yeah.
I want to hear it. I want to hear what Punch is saying though, because
Okay, now
Punch knows that I gotta hear it now.
you got the link, right? The
No,
link
but
is in
can't
the
you
chat.
play it? Can't you play it?
I'm on my phone. I can't play it on my
Yeah.
phone.
Do you
I
know what
put
it is,
the
Punch? Do you know what it is, Punch? It's the way he said it and the way
I
he caught everybody by surprise on
I
it.
put the link. I put the link and go to
Yeah. But did you
13
say it as
minutes.
blunt like that? Did you say it as blunt like that?
Go. I forgot what I said. Go to the link. It says 13 minutes and tell me what did I say.
Can somebody play it, please? Can somebody play it? Anyway, yo, keep it moving anyway. So what do you think about this Punch where Canelo Alvarez saying that he is pound for pound still number one? People are like, no one agrees with him no more. Do you think
I think
Canelo Alvarez is saying that he's pound for pound because of what he's done? You think
I
he's got
think
a
he
fight?
has a legitimate reason to say it. You know why? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do a lot of people feel in the sport of boxing that Lomachenko is pound for pound?
A lot, probably not a lot.
I said, is he on the pound for pound in ring? Is he in the pound for pound of the people that vote people into the Hall of Fame? Not just us. I'm talking about the credible people, the people that got the power of the pen. Is if Lomachenko's still in the pound for pound list?
Okay.
He's an all major pound for pound list, Lomachenko.
Mm.
Some of them got him number 6 still.
Some
So,
Damn.
people.
and why do he still on the pound for pound? Because what he has done up to this point of his career, they're taking everything he's done, whether he's a champion today or not, but he's taking his accolades, 3 division world champion, and what has he done, who has he beat, how he beat him. So he's still up in the pound for pound. So Canelo Alvarez is looking, okay, I lost one time, but even when my loss one time,
Was very, very close.
I'm still way ahead in accomplishment than anybody else. Remember, these accomplishments of Canelo Alvarez is still very, very relevant. It's not that Canelo Alvarez became undisputed 4 or 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and we living off 3 years ago, and that's why he's in pound for pound. He's not like Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford is in the pound for pound list because what he became undisputed at 140 and what he's done years ago. His biggest accomplishment was in 2017. We in 2022, and Bud Crawford is in the pound for pound list high because what he has done, body work. So if Canelo Alvarez feels that he's number 1, has he done more than Usyk? Yes. Has he done more than Bud? Yes. Has he done more than Spence? Yes. Has he done more than Inoue? Yes. Has he done more than anybody on the pound for pound list? Canelo Alvarez has done more. So for him to feel he's still number 1 is very highly legit. And he's still currently undisputed right now because he ain't lose the belts. Now, do I feel like he is number 1 at this moment? No. But if Canelo Alvarez feel like he's number 1, it's highly respectable.
I mean, at the end of the day, not many people believe it anymore that he's pound for pound number 1. But that's people's opinion. His opinion is his opinion. You know what I mean? He still believes he is number 1. And, he believes he's accomplished more than most of these fighters today. So,
How many times in the span of, in the last 2 years, who defended their belts more? And who won more belts? And I'm not talking about simultaneously, meaning like you just beat one guy and get all the belts. Who has defended and who has beaten champions more than Canelo Alvarez?
Nobody.
Paper champions. He's beaten paper champions. That's it.
No. Let's talk facts. Who has beaten more champions in the past 2 years?
Canelo.
You have a punch. He got his ears boxed off in his last fight. That outweighs. Surely that outweighs. The previous 2 years. It does to me. It does to me.
No. Yeah, you thinking about Bivol, but the thing is, even with the loss to Bivol, and he lost to a champion moving up, he still has done more than anybody else, really. That's what I'm saying. That
Yeah,
I don't
but
have a
see,
number 1 right now. I have Alexander Usyk number 1. But Canelo
mhm.
Alvarez feeling that he's number 1 is justifiable.
Yeah, but see,
Yo,
you guys
Canelo
sort of
Alvarez has
judge.
fought. Yo, Canelo Alvarez in the last year has fought more than Earl Spence, Bud Crawford. Who else? Like this guy has fought more. Yo, he's fight more than these 2 guys put together in 1
Yeah,
year.
that's
He's
true.
about to
But
fight.
you guys are judging the pound for pound differently. Like when a fighter has like a body of work, that body of work sort of generally it proves something. So if you've beaten a lot of champs, that proves like say you're a great fighter. So that it's not just the body of work itself. It's like it proves something. So, but when you lose, and when you lose decisively, that also proves something as well. That proves far more. Like that sort of undermines, in my opinion, your body of work. That's the way I judge it.
Yeah,
You
but
can
you
have a
act
great
like
body
he's
of work, but if you
you
lose, that's the definitive measurement.
good. He lost.
That's how I judge it.
He lost. He lost definitely to Bivol, but
Yeah,
he was going up in weight. He was fighting the bigger guy, and people see it. People just not looking at a
yeah,
piece of paper and saying that he lost to Dimitri Bivol. We're not looking at this like we're from another era. Like we only hear stories of Sugar Ray Robinson and Roberto Duran and all that stuff. And yeah, we seen the fights, but we don't know what build up. We don't know the disadvantage. If they don't tell us the story, we don't know. This is our era. We know the story. So Canelo Alvarez, he lost to Bivol, but it's not a demoralizing loss. It's not a demoralizing loss. Dimitri Bivol, in reality, you just beat the smaller guy. The same reason why I was not going to give highly credit for Earl Spence to beat Mikey Garcia. Earl Spence didn't get high credit being Mikey Garcia. Why? Because he's a smaller guy. You're not, and you win the whole 12 rounds. Bivol ain't supposed to go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez. He's a smaller guy. Canelo Alvarez is coming from a 147-pound division his whole career. Bivol is a natural bigger guy. Don't go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez. How about you put the beats on him? You ain't even knock him down. The same critique that people gave Earl Spence, the same critique I gave Earl Spence, you couldn't even knock down Mikey Garcia. You not man down. You can't be man down. You can't knock down the little guy. So the same thing goes with Canelo Alvarez and Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol he ain't demoralized no Canelo Alvarez. You did what you were supposed to do. The good big man is supposed to be the good little man.
but if he's the pound for pound, shouldn't he overcome, the bigger man? Isn't that the whole point of being like an amazing fighter? You can
Exactly. He's
overcome the
pound for
odds.
pound.
I have
So
a
if he's
question.
pound for pound and loses to the bigger champion, then he doesn't drop out of the pound for pound.
So, Punch, I have a question for you. I think like the general public for the most part, don't you think that Bibble was a well now hear me, don't jump on me, just hear me. Wasn't Bibble like a cherry pick gone wrong a little bit? Because for the most the general public didn't know who Bibble was before this fight. You know what I'm saying? I automatically gave it to a default to Canelo Alvarez, right? I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. I looked at some tape, but there was nothing impressive about Bivol. But when I saw Bivol in the ring with Canelo, I'm like, damn,
Nah,
there's a skill set difference right here.
that's not cherry pick going wrong. That's him picking a champ. That's him picking a champion and an undefeated champion that got great amateur background as well. You can't.
Okay.
If we start looking at fighting champions as cherry pick, I
Mm-hmm.
only ever heard that with Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is the new inventor. The new narrative with Canelo Alvarez was he's picking the
Mm-hmm.
and now he's fighting. Now is
What
the
if they
cherry pick
champion?
going
What if
wrong?
they champion is an easier fight
Wow.
than another option? Then it's a cherry pick, even if he's a champion.
But just think about it. Think about the excuses with Canelo
I
Alvarez.
am
Let's
thinking
be
about it.
fair
He
here.
was a five
Let's
to
be
one,
no no
six
no
to
no.
one
Let's be fair.
favorite.
He's moving up.
How is that not a cherry pick?
Look at this. The second time. So the second time that he's fighting in the 175-pound division. You telling me that the first time around is Kovalev? He's too old. Yeah, he's coming out from a knockout win versus Anthony Yard, beating the younger guy. So he's too old. And they fight, and the narrative is he's fighting the weaker of all champions. Now he comes back and fights the youngest of all champions, and it's still a critique, and it's still cherry pick going wrong.
Good
Yes.
point.
Are you aware? Like the odds, the odds were overwhelmingly for Canelo being favourite. The overwhelming perception from boxing experts and analysts, they like 90%, maybe 90%
Forget
pick
about the
Canelo.
analysts. We're analysts. We know boxing. We don't need. We don't need a. Who gives a fuck about Dan
No,
Rafael,
no,
Mike
no, because
Coppinger?
the opinion of the boxing community that tells you like what they thought of Bivol, how they rated Bivol. So if everybody thought Canelo would beat Bivol, like what does that say about how they rated Bivol? To me, it says they didn't rate him that highly, and they thought this was an easy fight for Canelo. So to
That's
me, that
irrelevant,
equates
bro. That's
that
irrelevant.
equates to a cherry pick.
Mirage, that's irrelevant. You know why? Because anybody that Canelo Alvarez would have fought in 168, and if anybody that was on the table, Canelo Alvarez would. Everybody that was on the table from PBC to the Zone, that deal, Canelo Alvarez the favorite. So he would have cherry picked David Benavidez as well. Would he cherry
The odds
pick
would have been
Charlo?
closer for Benavidez, though. The odds would have been closer, don't you think?
How you know? I don't know that.
Well, I mean, that's
You
what I
don't know
think. I
that.
mean, I think the
Well,
opinion would have
who's going to
been
be the
more
favorite?
divided.
Just say it.
I
Who's
don't,
going
I
to be the
don't think
favorite?
20 out of 20 rings fucking experts would have picked Canelo to beat Benavidez like they did for
Okay,
Bivol,
then.
for
So
example.
that means everybody on the table was going. Canelo Alvarez is going to be the favorite. So it's irrelevant what you're talking about. Canelo Alvarez is going to be the favorite.
The heavy favorite. That's the point. Heavy favorite.
We don't know
This
that.
was
We
not
never
a
got the
close
chance
pick.
to say who's heavy
Now,
favorite.
this was not a close pick. So this idea that Canelo's challenging himself, like if you're
Facts
the heavy
is that
favorite, how is that a challenge?
Facts
How
is
does
that
that work?
Canelo Alvarez was going to be the favorite for anybody that was on the table. From the Zone and PBC, he was going to be the favorite. So it's everybody's a cherry pick going wrong. If you would have
Well,
fought, this is a cherry pick going wrong right now,
yeah, but
right?
there's a difference between a heavy favorite or just a slight favorite. There's something
We don't
between.
know that. We never got to the point to see the numbers, the odds, and we don't. Now you're speculating what would have been, but you're saying that Canelo Alvarez was going to be the favorite, even fighting David Benavidez. So everybody that Canelo Alvarez would have fought is a cherry. Is a cherry pick going wrong. If you would have took the PBC deal and fought Charlo, the guy that has the
Forget
less
about
of the
Charlo.
accolades and
Benavidez
less
is like
resume.
he's the elephant in the room, not fucking Charlo.
Yeah, but then that will be the weakest of all opponents, and he's picking the little guy, right or wrong.
If you have to pick two opponents, one is very weak and then one is very strong. I mean,
Man,
all
come
that
on, man.
matters is the strong one, right? Like that's all that matters. You have to
Who's
fight
the
the
weakest of
strong.
all opponents? Tell me, who's the weakest?
Um, the weakest. I mean, the weakest.
On the table. The table is I'm talking about the PBC, the
Yeah,
Zone.
no. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe Jamal Charlo, I guess. Maybe or
Okay,
I don't
then.
know. It's
There you go.
But
Then
who? Now the
if you
question
would have
is,
picked
who's the toughest?
so
You
then
need to be asking who's the toughest on the table. That's the question.
who's the toughest?
Who do you think was the toughest? You really
You let me
reckon?
know who the toughest.
You really reckon before like 6 months ago, Bivol like 18-0, no stoppages in like 7 years? Do you reckon he was a tougher perceived opponent than the Mexican Monster? Really?
I say that
Really?
Benavidez. I think Benavidez is the bigger name aside from Triple G. David Benavidez is the bigger name.
No, not the bigger name. Who do you think would be the tougher challenge to get
I
in the
don't
ring
know.
with?
I don't know. I think
Well,
I don't know. I would have loved to
well,
see Benavidez. That was my primary fight.
well. I think most people would have believed Benavidez is a tougher challenge
Because
6
we
months
want to
ago
believe that.
than this Eastern European dude that barely anybody's have seen, who hasn't stopped anybody in fucking 7 fights.
Yeah, but we want to believe that.
Well, I
Because
think it's a
that
good
the fight
reason
with
to believe
because
that,
the
though.
fight
I
is
think.
more compelling. That's why we want to believe that David Benavidez is the big opposition, is the
Yeah,
toughest
but
opposition. We
I
want
think
to
it's
believe
supported
that.
by evidence. I think it's supported by evidence. So if Canelo chose Bivol, then to me, he chose the easier option. Does that mean he was an easy option? No, an easier option than the other option. And to me, that's enough to qualify
The
for a cherry
easier
pick.
option for what about okay, you're looking at them opponents, but what about the easier? What about what Canelo has to do to get up there to 175? Is it more difficult for Canelo Alvarez to get to 175 and fight?
I mean, I think he fucking walks around fucking over
Nah.
175. So
You know what? To be honest,
that's not a big
Mirage.
deal.
To be honest, I would have thought the same way. But when I saw him in person, when I saw him real up close, shook his hand, I said, "Yo, this guy is walking around like a 175. He's walking around at 175. He's a small dude, bro." And I didn't think that Canelo Alvarez was really that
I know
small.
he's short. I know he's short.
Nah,
Hey, Punch,
he's
is
small.
he 5'9"? What is he when you saw him?
For me, he's like, to be honest, He's like 5'7", almost maybe
He's
almost
5'7".
5'8".
I'm telling you, he's 5'7", Rapstar. He's not
He's not
5'9".
5'9". He's not
Triple
5'9".
G's like 5'9", 5'10".
Damn, 5'7".
He's
Yeah,
like
I think
Teo's height,
5'7" and a
bro.
half.
Canelo
I
Alvarez
think.
is Teofimo Lopez height.
He's a midget. You can see in his limbs, he's like just a little short, stocky motherfucker.
I thought he was taller for, but when I saw him, yo,
You were
I didn't think
surprised,
Canelo
yeah?
Alvarez was that small. So when people like, he's small, nah, he's small, bro. He's
Yeah.
small.
Hey, John McSmith, man, come on, I'm waiting.
And then you could tell because remember, the first press conference was in New York. It was in New York, so I saw Triple G and Canelo Alvarez in their walk around weight. Not right now. See, right now they're probably going to be looking. Triple G was way bigger than Canelo Alvarez. Triple G looked like he's 190 pounds, and Canelo Alvarez on a walk around weight looked like he was 175 pounds. Triple G was just way bigger than him. And Triple G is what, like 6 feet?
No, he's like 5'10", I think. 5'11", 5'10".
Like 5'11" around there. But when I saw them in person, like if you put them next to each other, like when you saw them next to each other, nah. Triple G is way bigger than Canelo Alvarez.
Anyway, thank fuck this fight's happening soon. I'm sick of talking about it.
Hey yo, did you smash the link? Rapstar?
Rapstar's eating, bro.
Well, while you eating and we on the panel, listen to. It's only a minute and a half.
I gotta get out the stream, bro. I gotta get out the stream then on the phone.
Oh no.
Unless you can play. But no,
Hey, let
if
me
you
ask you a
can learn
question.
the first, bro. If you said it first and I didn't get it that way.
Anyway, you'll catch it later.
Yo, Punch, let me ask you a
Sure.
question. Punch, let me ask you a question. You did that video today about the fathers and stuff like that, right? Trainers and stuff, which is a good video. But I'm a huge Teofimo Lopez fan, right? I in my personal opinion, I think Teofimo Lopez needs to change trainers in order for him to go to the next level. Do you think that would ever? Do you agree with that, or do you think that he can get to that next level with his current dad as his head trainer? Now, I'm not saying fire the dad and remove him out the corner. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that I feel like because I want to see Teofimo win, I think he needs like Eddie Reynoso or Robert Garcia or, you know what I mean? Somebody that can take him to that next level. So I know you're a huge fan of him too, and you know him personally. So I would love to hear your thoughts on that.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. My fault.
Yeah, no problem. And John McSmith, man, Mirage is waiting for you up here, brother. Hit that link. Oh man. Yeah, Mirage, how you feel about what they said yesterday? They said that John McSmith cooked you last night. He body bagged you. Oh man. I guess everyone left. Make sure you hit that like button, fellas.
Yeah, man. Hit that like button, man. They need to hit that like button, bro.
What you eating, yo? Tea and biscuits? What you eating?
Nah, man. I'm having a little sandwich, you know? Toasted sandwich.
I find myself saying mate a lot more since watching this channel. Yeah.
Yes, me old China. So look, what I'm saying now, yeah, it was a good interview today, eh? Good little back and forth with Rick Glazier. What did you take from that interview that stood out for you?
Oh man, I think when he was breaking down the Canelo fight, I mean, as far as like why Canelo doesn't fight certain Mexican fighters, I never thought about it like that, about it being different markets. Like I never thought about it from a business perspective. And that's where Rick was talking about. He thinks from a business perspective, that's why Canelo is not doing it. You know what I mean? And I was like, I never thought about it like that.
So what you asked me, what's my take on if he should fire or let go of his dad?
No, so again, I'm asking you because I know you know them personally, but my concern as a fan of Teofimo Lopez, since the Cambosis loss, right? I always thought to myself, I said, damn man, I want to see Teofimo win. I want to see him go undisputed at 140. I feel that in order for him to go to that next level, he needs like a Eddie Reynoso, or he needs like a Robert Garcia, or whoever else that has been in the game for that long. Would it be
What?
such a bad? So my question to you is: do you think he needs to train? Do you think it would be a good idea for him to get a more experienced trainer to get him to that next level?
I think I. It's tough to even hear it. I'm not trying to like, you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah,
the highest level in boxing, the
yeah,
highest level in boxing, and I feel if you know boxing,
yeah.
A1 level is Lomachenko.
Mm,
To outbox Lomachenko, not just knock him out, because that could be by you know surprise. He got hit with a good shot. To outbox a technician that's regarded by pugilists and legends of the game that he is probably arguably the best technicians in the world of boxing.
yeah.
Teofimo,
Punch, you broke up. Can anyone else hear him? Hello.
yeah, I'm here. Hold on, hold on.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
I said to be to outbox Lomachenko, then Teofimo Lopez isn't that level. Who was trainer of the year is Teofimo Lopez Sr.
Yeah, correct.
So to say now, because what happened with George Cambosa, that he needs another trainer to make him reach to what level? What's above that? Well, but what's
Mm,
above himself? What level are we talking about? That's what I'm saying. If Lomachenko, so that means Lomachenko is not enough. So there's an upper level.
mm.
So what is going to take Teofimo Lopez to beat another Lomachenko, somebody that's better than Lomachenko? Who are these guys? I want to know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I think this is what it is, to be honest. I think
that's it.
that because of the way that Teofimo Lopez Sr. talks, is maybe carried himself very untraditional like or something like that. He's very not likable. People have yet put respect on his name.
Okay.
People have yet put respect that he built his son from scratch. He built his son from scratch. It's not like it's Bill Haney, and I'm not just bringing out Bill Haney, but we all know that Bill Haney hires a lot of trainers to train his son, and then come fight night. You know what I'm saying? Bill Haney has Mayweather Sr. to train his son.
Yeah,
He took him to Roy Jones Jr. He took him to Ben Davis. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Teofimo Lopez Sr. is a hands-on trainer. Not only is a hands-on trainer, but he was an instructor trainer for the Honduras Olympic team. The problem is with people is people still don't want to put respect on Teofimo Lopez Sr.'s name. That's what it is.
yeah.
So
Okay.
as much as people hate him, I seen him in camp. He's a hands-on trainer. And they're smart enough to also bring in help like Joey Gamachi, like Jorge Rubio.
Yeah, he got
They're
him back
smart
to this
enough.
camp. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Eddie Reynoso, everybody's leaving Eddie Reynoso.
Mm-hmm.
Luis Neri, Frank Sanchez, Andy Ruiz. I don't know if Oscar Valdez probably is leaving him as well. I haven't seen him train. We've seen him train with somebody else doing the pad work and stuff like that. So I don't know if he really left him. I think that people just haven't respected Teofimo Lopez Sr. after being trainer of the year. Does how about this? Does Lomachenko need to fire his father so his level could be in another level?
Good point. Good point. I guess listen, and I didn't even know till the couple. I think what was it like 2 days ago? You let us know that basically Tio wasn't ready to go and fight Cambosis. Like I never heard that from anywhere. I mean, we heard Tio said that he was injured, and the reports came out, but I never heard it from someone that was in the camp. You know what I mean, or at least around it. So when you said that, I was like, oh damn, that makes a lot more sense. But my concern as a Teofimo Lopez fan is that 140 is definitely not the playground. You feel me? Like that. There's a lot of competition there. So I just want to see the brother do good. But that's why I wanted to ask you that question. You feel me? Thank you for answering the question.
But the truth, that is the truth. The truth is what people want to believe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Is almost like To's gonna make his decision regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't matter that at 2 o'clock in the morning they're begging Teofimo Lopez to go to the hospital. I keep on saying it, but the thing is, since the hate is all is for real, the hate is for real, and people don't care, is
Mm-hmm.
that around 2 or 1:30 in the morning, Teofimo Lopez's mom came down in pajamas and say he's having problems and he can't breathe. Please go upstairs and let's talk him into going to the hospital, to the emergency room. His father leaves. He goes upstairs to try to convince his son to take him to the hospital. Tio's letting them know he's going to fight. He's not going to the hospital. So the choice is either you're going to be there for your son in the corner,
Yeah.
or because he don't have the power. He's not the manager, no promoter. He don't have the power to for his son not to fight.
Yeah.
So is he gonna be there, or is he gonna abandon his son and be like, I'm not gonna, yo, I don't want you to fight, and if you're gonna go along with this fight, I don't want to watch. I'm not gonna be there for you.
Yeah.
So that's what is either, you know what I'm saying? If I wasn't there, then I'll probably be thinking like other people, like, yo, stop with this, Q, stop with this. But I was there, I can't lie. I seen it, heard it, I know how he was. I even told them, I said, why you going along with the fight? He told me, yo, punch, I have to. I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. I only got $20,000 in my account.
Yeah. That's real. That's real.
And that's why after it's like, yo, don't do shit. Don't do it for the fans, because them fans don't give a fuck about your health in the end of the day.
Yeah.
He ain't want to hear nobody's mouth.
Yeah,
What I
that's
know
real.
about Teofimo Lopez is Teofimo Lopez, to be honest, he really wanted to be the retro guy, bring boxing to what it was. He wanted to challenge himself, and he wanted to be that guy. He wanted to bring boxing. This guy, I'm telling you, when I've been with Teo, when it's just there's no boxing, he's thinking about boxing. He's thinking about being great. And I think him taking this loss, I think now he really sees, like, I think he woke up. I think he believes now that the fans really don't value fighters like that. Because really, when he lost, he got abandoned.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna go all out, but I don't think that he is caring about bringing boxing to that, you know, where it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where, I don't think he got that. I don't think he got that spirit. I think he I don't think he I think he lost faith in bringing that, and that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I'm rooting for him, man. I hope he can go undisputed at 140. I'd love to see that. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. Rap star, you left, huh?
Yo, you can hear me now?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, man. We're here, man.
It's all about valuing the truth. You know what I'm saying? If people want to value the truth, people value, like, let's say if you tell me, yo, you was with this fighter, and you telling me what's going on behind the scenes, right? You're open about it, so you can let the people understand more of this fighter. If it's not Tio, somebody else, or You know what I'm saying? But this is YouTube. You feel me? A lot of people don't give a fuck.
Respect.
They don't even value the person that's actually, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
let's say I know Rap Star is friends with Mauricio Sulaiman, right?
Yeah.
If Rap Star is telling me something about the WBC, am I going to look at Rap Star and be like, shut the fuck up. This is the way it is. I don't believe you. Nah, man. He got inside information. Why people just don't want to respect that and value that?
What do you mean? It's just that even if I got inside information, it came out on my channel one day when you even asked him the question. It's just that I'm not Michael Benson. I'm not Mike Coppinger. But when Punch asked him a question on my channel, and he turned around and told everybody that Keith Thurman's still in line, and it was some kind of tournament he was telling us, isn't it, Punch?
Mm-hmm.
That we never even knew. So he was revealing certain things about certain fighters, but he never got no credit for it because it's Rapstar. Nobody wants to
Yeah.
say they saw it on Rapstar's channel.
Hey man, all I know, Rapstar started getting so much hate when he started holding Canelo accountable. I was like, damn, death threats and everything for both of y'all, right? For Punch too.
Because it's about narratives. You know what I'm saying? YouTube
Yeah,
is about narratives, man. I'll be real with you. People don't want to know the truth. People don't value people, bro. That's what I learned in the 4th year, man. People don't really value people, man. People don't value, like, like Rapstar, how long did it take you to get a Mauricio Sulaiman interview? From where you started the communication to get an interview, how long does it take you just to get that exclusive?
Yeah, I had a serious connection, so it took me about a few months, 3 months.
So think about this. So Rapstar, and this is an example of people, you know what I'm saying, don't value the behind the scenes work and the grind just so he could give you 30 minutes or 20 minutes. He's grinding for months to get this to the boxing community,
yeah,
right? He's grinding. We grinding. Yo, I got 3 interviews right now, and I'm every day is emailing. I'm trying to secure this interview and stuff like that, or knowing these informations, or calling commissions, or calling, you know what I'm saying, about information and stuff like that. And then boom, we get some information or we get an interview. We bringing it to the boxing world, right? And then
yeah,
people look at it and they want to even justify it. Like, y'all not doing it. We doing it. We're trying to give this to you. Or you want
yeah,
couch potato motherfuckers to just stay home and give you their fucking opinions without even giving you some facts. And people are valuing couch potato motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about boxing, don't give a fuck about the fighters. They just fucking gossip girls, bro.
yeah,
They gossip girls, bro. And then I understood, like, you know what I'm saying, why I'm gonna kill myself for a community that don't value it.
Don't respect.
They don't value the shit. They don't value the hard work. It's a different type of passion, bro. You hear Rap Star's passion. Ain't nobody got no delivery from the UK like fucking Rap Star. Do you know why? Because he got a passion for this shit. That's why he's my brother, because we got a passion for this shit. We don't
And
play
Punch, they
boxing on the
don't even
outside.
know. Punch, they don't even know that I'm like this behind the scenes when it comes to boxing. This is who I am. This is boxing, bro. This is what we do. This is why I got a lot of respect for Punch, because Punch is a real boxing guy. He ain't just do boxing because he has to. He loves the sport. This is what he
yeah,
does. This is what he likes. This is a real thing for him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I get what Punch is saying there, bro.
It's like hold on, bro. Hold on. Give me a second.
No problem. Mirage, how did you get that to play on your icon, bro? That's crazy.
Because I'm a gangster, bro. That's why.
Why are you so gangster?
Listen.
Let's talk about this. I want
You
to
got cooked
educate.
last
I
night.
want to
You got cooked
educate.
last night, though.
I want to
Who you
educate the
fucking
people,
educating?
the audience, Rabster, not you, obviously.
All right, go on, mate.
You will look at Canelo here, flat-footed. Where's the jab? Where's the setups? Where's the setups? I mean, okay, he just lunges in with one shot. He's got that peekaboo. I
Should I
mean,
play
that
solo?
where are the counters? Where's this amazing counter punching ability that everybody fucking jacks off to? Why isn't he countering? Like it's apparently easy, isn't he the master? No, it's
Man,
fantasy. They have this fantasy perspective of Canelo.
There's the jab.
Look at this, a little pissy jab, and then this haymaker. One shot. Now reset. Now he's reset. That's it.
I was gonna say
I'm
this.
educating Raps.
I,
Punch, relax.
I was
Are you
gonna say,
watching this shit?
yo,
Are you
put it
watching
this.
this shit?
Me, motherfucker.
I
He
was gonna
hasn't
say,
thrown a single
You
punch in
only
that setup,
that you.
that one haymaker against the ropes, like 2 minutes ago. Again, this right left now is reset again. I mean, this is basic one-dimensional boxing, and this is some fucking all-time great fighter. Don't make me laugh.
yo, I was gonna say this. Rapstar, and Rapstar knows.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah, bro.
I've gotten blackballed, bro, for trying to bring the truth to motherfuckers in YouTube.
Yeah, they
Damn.
don't bring the truth because they don't fucking want you to say certain things
So
because
at this
you're
point, even
making
I'm
the
like,
media look bad. You're making them look bad.
yeah, because I'm bringing the truth. Because the other media folks, they have to go. They gotta stay in line. There's certain things that media can't say. And that's why you
Yeah.
see the same media people. Why you think Radio Raheem? He's not going to give you an opinion. Michelle Phelps is not going to give you an opinion. IFL TV is not going to give you an opinion. Boxing Social is not going to give you an opinion. The day they have an opinion, that's when their shit is going. They going to be blackballed. Just to bring the people the truth and fucking YouTube, they're
Hey,
like,
let me
nah,
tell these people this. Hey, hey, Max,
You.
the PBC.
Yeah.
When Punch was first, they invited him. They came on his channel to give him respect. But once Punch started speaking about Leonard Ellaby and what they're doing in their boxing business, they shut Punch off.
Oh, really?
I've
Oh,
seen it
damn.
with my own eyes.
Mm.
You can't say certain things, otherwise these people don't appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
but guess what? You do it for you. You do it for You do it for the boxing community.
Yeah, but the community is
But the
fucking.
community don't value you, brother.
They're full of it as well.
They want to talk about all these motherfucking channels and shit like that. Oh my god, they raise bait and all this shit, but everybody appreciates them. They the one that's cooking out here. They the successful channels out here. So y'all don't put respect on the people that's fighting for boxing. Y'all don't put no respect for us.
Facts. Facts, man.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Because look, people don't even like the people which are really doing boxing. You know what I mean? If I got Mauricio Solomon over here from the WBC, Max,
Yeah.
these motherfuckers only want to give us 800, 900 views. How the
But
fuck
then,
do they really want to come over here? Would you think I should call him over here? I should be on 50,000 views with that fucking interview.
but then, Rapstar, everybody's debating and everybody want to question what the WBC is doing, right?
Yeah, in the chat.
So then, no, not even just in the chat. In boxing, in the world of boxing, people wanted to figure out why Mauricio Sulaiman, the WBC and their board is doing what they're doing. Mauricio Sulaiman don't do 101s. Just think about everybody in boxing in the world. Just think about it. Remember, this is a world sport. Mauricio Sulaiman go to Japan. Mauricio Sulaiman go to the West. He's doing things with Amir Khan in the Middle East. He has so much thing. Remember, I couldn't even get a interview with Mauricio Sulaiman in Texas because he had a meeting with the president of Ukraine. Mauricio Sulaiman is a very highly important guy, a powerful guy in boxing. So when Rapstar Boxing Knowledge gets a time to this busy man, 20 minutes. Why doesn't Rapstar get the motherfucking respect and notoriety and the views? If everybody in boxing is complaining about one thing that everybody wants to know who the fuck is happening, here comes Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. He's gonna bring that man that you want to question. Nah, you know what y'all want to do? Y'all want to look at Southpaw. and then y'all want to go to our channel and say, hey Punch, or hey Rapstar, did you listen to what Southpaw said about Canelo Alvarez? What you gonna say about him? Motherfucker, we talking to fucking, you talking to the motherfucking president of WBC, and you talking about a motherfucking YouTube that don't give a shit about
You
boxing.
know what I mean? It's crazy, isn't it? Crazy. You know, it's so crazy, you know. You
Yo,
can say
drop
what
that
you
link to
want.
that interview. I want to watch that. I never seen that interview.
It's on my channel, bro. Anybody who wants to go and watch the WBC interview on Rapstar, I never ever promote myself like that. You
Why
never
not?
ever hear me promote myself like that. I never say to people, yo, I met the WBC. I met everybody. I've met Deontay fucking Wilder. How about that, Max?
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've met Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Prince Nassim Hamed, Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank Jr., Chris Eubank Sr. I've met them all once here and
What
there.
about David? What about David Benavidez,
David Hay. And I don't want to meet David Benavidez until he proves himself.
though?
I don't want to meet no David Benavidez until he proves himself, bro.
There you go.
All right. I want to meet David, though. If I ever go out there, I want to meet David. I met, listen, many fighters, bro. But to meet the, you know,
Yo,
Mauricio
rap star is like that. It's like that. Look at let's say Hulk Mustang. He said Johnny Boy said he wants to slap Punch. That's what I mean. Like we're talking boxing. We're talking boxing, right?
Yeah.
And we get dumb comments like that. Motherfucker, I'm trying to secure a motherfucking interview with a Regis Pro Grace, man. I'm trying to secure something for boxing, and y'all bringing bullshit.
And you know what? These guys are fucked up, bro. You know what, Max?
It's like,
Nobody
what the
can
fuck,
respect.
man?
Let
It's
me
fucking
finish.
2
Let me
o'clock
get
in the
this off, Punch.
morning.
Let me get this off, Punch. Yo, I'm saying
Somebody's
to
throwing shade
everybody,
at Punch, man. Somebody's throwing heavy
Mirage,
shade.
Mirage, put some respect here now. Right, I met a lot of people. I don't need no respect for that. We love boxing and we keep it boxing, right? But Punch has actually met people and put it on his channel. He has met Canelo Alvarez, bro. He got interviewed with Canelo. Keith Thurman. Man first got Keyshawn Davis on his channel. The first guy to bring Teofimo the limelight where Teo needed to be. Right? He showed Devin Haney. Then he got everybody that you could imagine, from promoters, from Ludabella, and everybody. He spoke to these people. He knows these people. So how the fuck can you question the people that he knows and the things that he knows and when he's getting these information? It's hard to really question or debate it. Because we know the motherfucking people. And we still not get no credit. That's crazy. But anyway, carry on.
I mean, I don't know. You know, as you guys are the creators, so
This
you
is
guys
on the
know.
fucking TV.
What should I do? The comment of Ed. What should I do? Should I wait for somebody to give me my props? Should I wait somebody to pat me on the back? I'm gonna give myself my props, bro, because I grind out here, motherfucker.
Respect.
The fuck out of here. You think I'm gonna wait for you to be like, hey, yo, Punch, you doing your thing? I know I'm doing my motherfucking thing. I put my family on the back burner to do my thing and bring the motherfucking exclusive and work for boxing. What the fuck is y'all talking about? I don't wait for no motherfucking man to give me my props because I put in the motherfucking work.
Yeah. You can say what you want about us, bro,
Fuck out of
but
here,
we
man.
know boxing. And we know the real people in boxing. We don't need to listen to the fucking papers. We don't need to listen to the fucking social media. We don't need to listen to these people, bro. I know when Punch tells me this is what's going on, then that's what's going on. You know, I know when I get information, that's what's going on. But at the end of the day, some information, Max and Mirage, we're not. Listen, let me ask you this. If I know people ain't gonna, if Al Heyman tomorrow called Punch, or Punch heard something about Al Heyman's business and he heard it, do you think they know who Punch is? That Punch is gonna tell everyone what he heard? He can only tell what he's supposed to tell. He's not gonna go and put somebody there.
Dumb motherfuckers.
You guys are fucking crazy. Do you think if Punch knows something about Devin Haney really, and he spoke to Bill Haney about it, or Devin Haney, he's really gonna tell you about that? Is he? When Dev told him something impersonal. Come on.
Yeah.
You guys don't understand. Punch is going to tell you everything, he's going to tell you exclusive, but certain things he has to respect the people who are telling him.
Hey, yeah, and some of the homies in the chat a little disrespectful about Punch too. You gotta chill out.
Yeah, you know what it is? Because they into the fucking troll channels, bro. That's what it is. They into the dummies, man. These motherfuckers is dummies, bro. That's what I mean, that they don't respect. They don't respect people's time. They don't respect. They just want to sit in the chat. But if they was in my fucking face, I slap the shit out them, bro. I don't play this boxing shit, bro. These motherfucking things is a motherfucking joke. That's what it is. So they play around in the motherfucking chat. That's why I leave my motherfucking address, email, everything, because I will slap a motherfucker that ever try to disrespect me, especially in this boxing shit.
But you guys are soft out on the other side of the pond. I'm gonna call it real. I've seen Punch call people out. Like, he will fight them. He's saying that he wants to fight them. If they really want to take it personal, I've seen Punch call people out like we do in England. If there's a fucking proper problem, you just have a straightener. Go 3 rounds in the ring, shoot to 3 if you want. You don't need to shoot to 5. If you got a real fucking problem, how come Punch says he wants to fight and you guys don't want to fight though? I want to know
pussy,
that.
Man.
No,
they
but
pussy.
I want to know that. I want to know, why is it that people say they want to smoke, but they don't want that real smoke?
Pussy. This is a combat.
Why not go in the ring and settle it? People don't want that real smoke.
Why y'all never? Why y'all type like? What the fuck is up with these motherfuckers, man? Like, for real, like, KD one smoke with Punch, motherfucker. I give addresses. Y'all know my name. 114th Street and First Ave. You don't have to say somebody want to get punched. Nobody never showed up. The fuck, man? I want to see everybody's face, bro. I want to know who these motherfucking people are, bro. Sometimes I want to know. I just want to know, man. I want to know these people. I want to know who these people are for real. Y'all know who y'all know who I am.
No, Americans are soft, bro. They can't fight, bro. The guys.
And you know, every time you say that,
yo, soft,
Rascal, every time you say that,
I've seen people say that they don't want to fight though. They say they rather get. They look all like they want to fight, but they don't want to fight. I've seen.
I never debate you on that, bro. Every time you say that, you never hear me debate you on that. Because to be honest, on this side of the pond, there's a lot of
big men, yeah. They act like big men, and I've seen men say, "I don't want to fight. I'll shoot a man." I mean, this is the kind of stupid shit I've seen YouTube creators say, bro.
I'm telling you, I never disagree with you, because there's a lot of pussies out here, rap star. A lot of pussies. 95% of the motherfuckers is pussy.
Those YouTube content creators, man, they act like fucking proper fanny boys. Fanny boys, man, honestly. But Mirage, where the fuck are you? What are you doing, man? What's this video that you keep playing, everyone? What is it?
I'm watching the video. I'm studying the flaws of Canelo.
All right, tell us the flaws then. What's the Canelo?
Well, I talked about him already. Like,
bring it down.
Very low output, just following, chasing the opponent in a very one-dimensional way, not setting up anything. He's just looking for the haymaker. He gets him on the ropes, reset. Gets him on the ropes, boom. That's it. Now reset, now chase again.
Mirage, you keep on saying the same shit. Switch the tone.
Hey, okay, forget about Canelo.
I think Mirage knows boxing, bro. But I think
look at Bivol. People, hey, hang on. Bivol getting harder. People are going how Bivol is amazing.
I'll say this, Mirage, man, you could be a voice, man. You know boxing, but I think that Mirage understands this YouTube shit. That's why he's saying what he's saying. Because Mirage, when he turns this camera off, his whatever audio off, he loves boxing. He's paying attention to boxing. He values it. But I think that Mirage really understands YouTube. Mirage wouldn't give his knowledgeable. He wouldn't give the benefit of the doubt to the boxing fans, because he look at this YouTube shit like it's shitty. It's a circus. And I think this is why he's doing what he's doing. But in reality, I bet if Mirage talks serious boxing, he could teach a lot.
All right, talk serious right now about what you're watching, Mirage, and how to break this down. Seriously.
Well, I want to focus for a moment on Bivol. People are saying I was amazing before in Bivol. Bivol basically, he's never heard of a body punch. Apparently, that's a huge area he did not explore. A Canelo weakness, and yet he still fucking won easily. So he has a lot of limitations and flaws himself. Like again, his attack very one-dimensional as well,
Do you
just
think?
headhunting. So I'm not really impressed by Bivol as well. Benavidez, on the other hand, he'd be ripping that body, head and body. Canelo wouldn't just stand there like he's on fucking vacation, fucking with his hands up. He'd be fucking getting ripped to the body.
But let me ask you a
Double,
question,
triple
Mirage.
shots to the body, and then to the head, down to the body again, left, right, 10 punch combination. So we're talking a completely different universe of
But let me ask you.
offense.
But let me ask you a question. Have you seen Canelo Alvarez with better footwork than in this fight?
Uh,
Working from the
fuck.
outside, have you seen him in better footwork?
Well, his footwork's always been shit. I think early on, like, at 160, early in his career, I think he was more mobile, better
How
footwork.
you how you feel like he was moving versus Triple G1?
Well, yeah, he was moving a lot. Yeah, but that was a different fight. He was on the back foot. He was on the retreat.
So I
Um,
was so let's say if I analyze, like I understand what you're saying right here in this fight, but I would say I think that Canelo Alvarez, since I've seen him move from the outside, I don't feel like he was threatened by Bivol, and I feel like Canelo Alvarez
mm,
fought this fight like he was fighting the other fights, the last three fights, like he was on a roll.
sure,
So I think he was fighting in a way like if it's not broken, don't fix it. And he
sure.
fought Bivol like he was fighting his last
Yeah,
three opponents. He was too comfortable. And that's
yeah,
what I mean. Like if I seen Canelo Alvarez know how to move in the back foot and stuff like that,
yeah,
then it's not something that you forget. It's something that you just didn't use in the fight.
sure. But it's not
So
just the footwork. The footwork is just like one minor thing. It's like um, what follows after that, like his offense, like the setups, the jab, the variety in his offense, that wasn't there either. So you can stand still. I mean, Benavidez sort of fights similar, like plotting forward, but he mixes it up. Like he said, it's a lot more variety. I think Canelo, like people have mentioned, he's fallen in love with his power. Like he just thinks he can just blast the opponents out with the right hand. I'm just going to catch this guy, and it's going to be all over.
I think
And that's
Canelo's ego. I think Canelo had a big ego coming into this fight. That's what I
well,
feel. I feel like he thought he was going to break him down, like he broke the other guys down, and
mm.
it just didn't. It did it. He couldn't get that type of momentum. You know what I'm
But he
saying?
thought he would break him down very in a one-dimensional way. Like in the past, he used to throw a lot more combinations, right? Like at 160, really, I was actually impressed with his combination punching. Here, like what, two, three punches, two punches, that's about it. And rarely he even did that. So just his offense is just, yeah, I mean, arrogance, confident arrogance for sure.
Or maybe it's like maybe it's also matchmaking. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, do you think that Oscar De La Hoya is a worse boxer than Shane Mosley? Who you think is a better boxer, Shane Mosley or Oscar De La Hoya?
I mean, well, I thought they were both, very good boxers. I mean, Shane beat
Equally,
him twice. I mean, I still think Oscar was a better boxer, pure boxer,
it's like
in
Trinidad
his
beat
prime.
Oscar De La Hoya, but even that Trinidad beat Oscar De La Hoya, he's not a better boxer than Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah, but he didn't really beat him, did he? I mean, that was a bullshit decision, right?
I mean,
And
it was close,
Oscar was
but
boxing his ears off for most of that fight.
to me, just because you lose to somebody, for me, it doesn't mean that you're
Oh
any
yeah,
better
yeah.
than them.
Oh yeah, of course. Styles make fights. I always thought Oscar was a more sort of dynamic boxer. I thought Shane was more of a sort of puncher. Like he got outboxed. Shane got outboxed thoroughly, like a number of times, even in his prime. I mean, Forrest, Winky Wright completely shut him out. I mean, those guys. I thought they exposed him
Who
one
did who
dimensional.
did who did who did what's his name? Ricardo Mayorga beat. Was it
Forrest.
Forrest or was
Yeah.
it?
Forrest, he knocked him out.
Yeah. Now Forrest was a way better boxer.
He beat him
Yeah.
twice, not
Yeah,
once.
he
Yeah, he
beat him
beat him
twice.
twice. Yeah.
And Mayorga is not in skill
Yeah.
set. You
Garbage.
you could say that was like Javante Tan Davis versus Rolly. Like Mayorga
Yep.
don't got the skill set of Forrest,
Yeah.
but he beat
Forrest died, didn't
Forrest.
he? Vernon Forrest got killed, didn't he?
Yeah, in a motorbike
Yeah.
accident?
No,
Or was he
somebody
shot? No, he was shot, wasn't he?
killed him, I think.
I
I
thought he was
think
shot,
so.
murdered.
Somebody shot him or something.
Yeah.
Rest in peace
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Vernon
I get it,
Forrest.
yeah.
Yeah, go on, Punch.
Nah, I was saying that doesn't mean just because the fighter beat you, that doesn't mean he's a better boxer or a better fighter. That he just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Some of
it's
them is
how they beat you.
styles.
It's how they beat you. You have to look deeper, yeah.
You know, I don't think that Buster Douglas is better than Mike Tyson.
Well, he did box beautifully when he fought him, that's for sure.
But I don't feel like he's better than him though.
Mm.
I think
No.
Mike Tyson is probably a very underrated defensive fighter too. I think he has some good defense. I think people don't give him the. If you think about Mike Tyson, he got what like 50 plus fights. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? In the heavyweight division, man, you know how all these heavyweight people talk.
Like, this is crazy, yeah, but I don't think, and this is at welterweight. I don't think that Oscar De La Hoya in his prime. I don't think Manny Pacquiao could have beat him
Nah, me either. Nah, I think Oscar De La
Yeah.
Hoya stops Manny Pacquiao.
in his prime. I think
Oscar was a beast.
Hoya
He was a beast in his prime.
beats Manny Pacquiao.
He stops Manny Pacquiao.
But Manny
Yeah.
Pacquiao, look how Manny Pacquiao put a beating on Oscar De La Hoya. That was crazy because
Oscar was a corpse though in the ring, like he was just
yeah,
fucking shot to pieces.
yeah, you could see, man, he was finished.
Yeah, that was shocking. That was shocking.
Did Manny Pacquiao retire Oscar De La Hoya?
Yep. Last
Hey, it's
fight.
almost like Wilder and Ortiz. Wilder is
They're
not
back.
a better boxer than Ortiz, but he beat him twice.
What other fighters do you remember that if they were in their prime, they wouldn't have lost to that fighter, or they should have lost to this fighter?
I think there's today fighters that could be legend and the quote unquote legendary fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think that I think
Okay, what do you think about this? Gennady Golovkin at 32 years old, would he have beaten Canelo Alvarez those two fights, Mirage? Would he have surely have beaten that Canelo Alvarez if Gennady Golovkin was in his prime punch?
that who
Gennady Golovkin in his prime,
will beat who?
Canelo Alvarez.
Nah, I think Canelo Alvarez still beats Gennady.
Not when Gennady was a bit younger.
Nah, Canelo Alvarez will beat him.
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
He didn't have the proper opponent to really, you know, Golovkin carved his own lane. You know what I'm saying? So that nobody was able to really push him the way that, or see his greatness blossom or something like that. He just didn't have the type of opponents. Just it was just an era that he didn't have the opponents. You know, sometimes it's like that. You know, that's why a lot of people was mad at Roy Jones at one point. Roy Jones just didn't have the great opponents. He had to carve his own lane. So always people said he ain't fighting nobody. Look, people after James Toney, people were still saying that Roy Jones wasn't fighting nobody. He was just ahead of his time. And maybe Triple G in the beginning of his career in middleweight, he was just ahead of his time in the middleweight division. He ain't had nobody to really challenge if he's great or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Triple
But I
G
think Canelo
had
Alvarez
more
still.
to offer when he was younger. But look, at the end of the day, just Canelo fought better opponents. He's been doing more, and
It's like Bud
that's
Crawford
fact.
at 140. That's why they be like, who he beat at 140, but who was at 140 where he could, so people could be like, yo, he's great. He's only beating champions that have belts. Like, what more can you what more can he do at 140? You know?
This might be a good one. Tip Baylor says Zab Judah versus Danny Garcia. If
We already saw that.
With Zab Judah was in his prime, he would have beaten Danny.
I don't know. I think Zab Judah, he already had like Zab Judah lost early in his career too. His chin was suspect.
He lost to that geezer Costa Zoo and the other guy. What's the other guy's name?
I forgot, but yeah, he lost before
the one he was meant to fight Floyd, but then
the Argentinian guy.
Yeah, that guy beat him in it, and he fucked up the fucking like he was going straight in with the momentum for the Floyd fight, wasn't he?
Yeah, I thought, and yeah, I remember that time, and I feel like that's one that's was might happen with the Gervonta Tank Davis Ryan Garcia shit. One of these guys gonna take a fight, and one of them is gonna lose and fuck up the bread.
What about this one? I actually agree. I did a bit of research on this. Scott Brown came out with a good one. Joe Louis was so old, they bring him out to fight Rocky Marciano, and Rocky Marciano got that win on Joe Louis when Joe Louis was really at the end of his career, and they bring him out for that fight. Yeah, you're right about that.
How about it when Hector Camacho and Roberto Duran in their prime?
Roberto Duran.
Because Hector Camacho retired Duran.
Yeah, Roberto Duran would have beaten him. How about Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hector Camacho?
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard would have beaten. Hey, listen, he should never had fought Hector Camacho. Oh man.
What about let me see. What's a good one?
I don't know. Some fights haven't stood out like that, have they? Though, like not all fights were like that. Sugar Ray, one of the best. Yeah, Sugar Ray is one of the best ever.
Who you got? Earl Spence at welterweight versus Paul Williams.
Now that's a fantasy fight.
Who you got? Paul Williams
was very, very good. Paul Williams knew how to even, box. He was a very clever fighter as well. But he used to keep himself open. And I feel that Paul Williams, oh man, you know what? Funny you say Paul Williams, I met Paul Williams at the Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Berto fight in Vegas. I met Paul Williams in his wheelchair, bro. Anyway, that's another story, man. Respect to Paul Williams. Yeah, man. I think Paul Williams leaves himself open, bro. But that's tough. But again, Sergio Martinez knocked out Paul Williams. I'm going with Errol Spence, but respect to Paul Williams. He was a serious fighter at that division. They say Mayweather even avoided him.
Nigel Benn versus Canelo Alvarez.
Man, leave that, man. That's fantasy. That's not reality fights, bro. That's fucking fantasy. It's no point.
That's all we talking about, motherfucker.
Boxing's not become fantasy. Boxing ain't fantasy, bro. You know what I mean? But no, I'll say right now, we got to be happy with the fight we got Saturday, man. We're hyped up. And I remember at first you didn't really want Canelo to take this fight.
I'm not hyped up about this fight.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, bro.
I'm dead serious. I'm not hyped about this fight. I just feel like I need
You are hyped, bro. It's the trilogy.
I'm not hyped about this fight.
It's fucking legendary. Come on.
I'm gonna watch the fight, but I'm not hyped about the fight. It's a difference. I'm not hyped about it.
No, I'm a little bit hyped about it.
Maybe because there's
haven't had much boxing going on, man.
I want to see it, but I'm not hyped. There's a difference between being hyped. I'm hyped. You know what I'm hyped? I'm hyped for Conor Ben versus Eubank Jr. I'm hyped for that fight.
I'm still hyped for this fight, and obviously way hyped for the other Conor Ben.
I'm hyped for Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury if it does happen. I'm hyped for that fight. But I'm not hype. I'm not really hype. I already seen this fight. I already seen them fight each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just gonna, it's a different time around. But I wasn't hyped for Tyson Fury and Wilder.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But it was a great fight, historic fight, one of the best fights of my era. I'm gonna say it like that.
So let me
I
just
think
say,
that's a fight that I'm always gonna remember.
well, let me just put something, let me just do some reverse psychology here. And I'm going to speak to the chat. If Saturday night, yeah, I'll do the post fight. And anyhow, Canelo Alvarez looks in a very close decision and it's a close fight. Or Canelo Alvarez, I know people can't believe it, yeah? But say if Canelo Alvarez loses to Golovkin, I'm just saying, anything can happen. This is fucking boxing, bro. And Golovkin has fought already 24 rounds with Canelo. And a lot of people realize that Golovkin knows Canelo better than anyone else. If Canelo loses to Golovkin, is it over for Canelo Alvarez? As in, like, he's out the pound for pound, right? Canelo will be out the pound for pound. Where does Canelo Alvarez go from there? That's my question, Punch. Anything can happen in boxing. If that happens, where does Canelo Alvarez go from there?
Take a vacation for a year and come back.
You don't think he should rematch Golovkin straight away?
If he lose back to back, I think that I think he'll need a year. In my opinion, I say a year
Mm,
and reevaluate yourself with your trainer. I
mm.
think that look, Eddie knows. So I'll say this. He's been very, very active, especially for a fight of this era. Um, he's been with the same guy. It's not that Eddie Reynoso is not a good trainer, but it's how much are you going to change? Where are you going to make the adjustments if you're just stuck with the same teacher? Every you need to evolve. You've been with the same teacher ever since 14. That's like you having your middle school teacher, and that's the only person that's teaching you. You never go to the high school teacher. You never have a college teacher, a professor. You just stuck with your elementary school teacher, teaching you everything. And maybe that could be enough. But if you're losing, then shit.
But you're talking about a fighter, yeah, that can get another big opportunity straight away. You're talking about Canelo Alvarez can get another big opportunity straight away, even if he loses. Like he's like Anthony Joshua. The same thing you said that Canelo Alvarez needs a year off to get himself mentally back in boxing.
You
Can you hear me? Yo, Punch. Can you hear me? So the same thing you're saying, right? That he needs time out and he needs to get himself mentally back if he loses back to back. So if Canelo Alvarez loses to Bivol like he did, Canelo Alvarez lost to Bivol and then he loses to Gennady Golovkin, Punch is saying he got to take it out now. He got to go away from boxing. Canelo Alvarez needs to leave boxing for a little bit because he lost twice back to back. But Canelo still is the fucking sugar daddy of boxing. Even if he loses back to back, mate, he's still the sugar daddy. He can still make major fights. And I think if you think he needs to take a break, then isn't Anthony Joshua losing twice back to back and fighting Tyson Fury? Should Canelo Alvarez take time out from boxing if he loses to Gennady Golovkin? That's a yes or no question. Yes or no? Should Canelo Alvarez take time out from boxing if he loses to Gennady Golovkin in a close fight? Yes or no? That's all I want to see, people. Otherwise, I'm just going to shut it down. You know what I mean? If we can't get this moving for a little bit, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Tip Bailey says yes. Man, you have to tell me all that, man. I'm asking yes or no, bruv. Yeah, Dimitar says no. John Blaze says yes. Chick says no. Pound says yes. So look at that, yeah? If that's what you think about Canelo, so how the fuck is Anthony Joshua fighting Tyson Fury? Should Anthony Joshua fight Tyson Fury? Back-to-back losses against Usyk? Yes or no? Let me see how we're going to talk about that one now. Should Anthony Joshua fight Tyson Fury after having his back-to-back losses? Yes or no, bruv? Yes or no? No. Click. Yes. Fury will smash AJ, yeah. If a grappler grabbed me, I cruise his eyeballs. No. Usyk should get the fight. AJ needs to fight Wilder. No. So Anthony Joshua shouldn't really be fighting Tyson Fury then, is what you're saying. I hear you. So if Anthony Joshua takes that fight with Fury, that's like doing something against the fighter's code. You need a break out of boxing when you lose twice back to back. So if Anthony Joshua does take that fight with Tyson Fury, he's doing something that people are saying Canelo shouldn't do if he loses to Golovkin. You get me? No matter what, Nello will get no credit for the GGG win. Sucks to be Canelo, says Jose Garcia. Jose Garcia says Canelo ain't going to get no credit for it, bro. MMA is no real fight. Get the fuck out of here, says the chef. Dimitar says, well, in a perfect world, Usyk versus Fury, Wilder versus AJ, but it's not a perfect world. When has it ever been a perfect world in boxing? You know what I mean? But you guys are hyped up for Saturday night. Are you guys ready for Saturday night? Any predictions? Let's go predictions times now, bro. I want to see now some predictions now, bro. What's the predictions? Let me see who gets their predictions right. Whoever gets their predictions right, I'm going to take a picture of the chat. Let's see who's a genius in boxing. What's the prediction, bro? Canelo wins 8 rounds to 4. Clear, unanimous, or late KO. One fucking prediction, Johnny Blaze. You want it both ways. He wants a late KO or Canelo unanimous decision. Real fighting is anything goes. Yes. Canelo by UD. Nello, UD, or TKO in 10 rounds. Tip Bayless says Canelo 150. Look at that. He's put the scores, mate. Tip Bayless has come like a judge. 115, 113, 115, 113, 116, 112. Now you're talking, Tip Bayless. Now you're fucking coming with something, yeah? That's a serious. Hey, listen, if that comes true, yeah, I gotta give you something, Tip Bayless. If that's the scores. I like that prediction. Tip Bayless came with a serious one, bro. GGG in the 36th round TKO. Yes, man. 36 round TKO for Gennady Golovkin. Okay, late KO. Canelo 8-4. Canelo unanimous decision, says the chef. Pounds has got 8-4. Johnny Blaze. Hey, whoever I missed, say it again, bro, because I'm at Pat Greedy. I'm back at Pat Greedy. From there, I saw it again. I missed the rest of them. Demeter says, so cause has rules, it's not fighting. GGG by TKO. GGG unanimous decision. Canelo already 4 rounds up before fight starts. You're funny, bro. Just like Bivol fight. Ah, shit. Hey, you know what's funny though? We're on the 25th round. We're on the 25th round on Saturday night. Don't think about it as the first round. Think about it as the 25th round. This is going to be the 25th round that this fight starts on.
Hey, I'm back, man. What did I miss?
Predictions. Everybody's been giving their predictions, Mirage. They're like proper predictions. People have scored it. Like they've scored how the scores are going to go down and
Yeah.
everything like that. So just predictions.
I'm predicting Canelo 7-5.
So it's going to be that close.
Going to be a close fight. It's going to be similar to the first two.
What?
Yep. The
So
idea that Canelo is going to just beat up Triple G, I think.
well, that's what he said. Yo, bro,
optimistic.
Canelo said he's going to knock out Triple G.
Well,
All right,
let's
mate?
see. I mean, I'll give him some props if he can do that. I'll give him a bit.
Hey, look, Canelo has told everybody. Shall I? Oh, let me play it for you. Do you want me to play it for you?
No, I don't want to hear him. Fuck him. They can play it if you want, I guess. I mean,
Canelo. All right, is Canelo going to knock out Triple G? That's the question. Hey, Mirage, do you think he can KO, knock him out, mate?
no, I don't. I mean, he couldn't stop. Cotto, Shane Mosley. I mean, these guys were past it. He
Yeah.
stopped Kovalev. Kovalev he got knocked out. Didn't he get TKO'd previously, like within a couple of fights, I think. So Triple G's been demonstrated to be very tough. He's not soft like Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant.
Yeah. Tell the fans, because these fans think that Triple G's they're knocking him out.
Well, the
They
fans need to ask themselves, like, how many of these top fighters has Canelo ever stopped? He doesn't stop these guys. This level of fighter. He really doesn't do that. What was I going to say?
Well, I'm looking for that
Yeah,
video.
Canelo needs to put a beating. Would you agree, Rapstar? Like, this can't be a close fight. He needs to put a beating on the old man. Look, if you're going to fight old men, you need to beat them up. You can't have close fights. That's the bottom line, in my opinion.
Yeah, go on.
You have to be impressive. So now the pressure is on him to deliver. You duck Benavidez to fight this old guy, okay. You better look good because the Mexican monster is waiting for you. That's the reality. And I hope David Benavidez is ringside, and I hope he gets in the ring and calls him out. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Keep talking. I'm looking for that interview.
Yeah, what do the big mouths in chat say? Nobody else wants to come up? So yeah, that's my prediction. But regardless, it's going to be an interesting fight. We're going to see where Canelo stands in today's boxing.
pues por la rivalidad que tenemos entre Golovkin y yo, creo que es una de las peleas que de las
What happened to John McSmith? Did you go to bed?
más
I think
importantes
it's past his bedtime.
a dejar todo en este último caso. Pues todavía más le opponent here and and finish it where within the distance before the 12 rounds. And Sal's answer was, obviously I go into every fight with that objective, and this is no exception. This has obviously become personal, so you might give that extra, but I'm 100% ready for this fight, and I've prepared that way. And from the first round, I'll be going in looking to get the stoppage.
All right, so did you guys hear that? That was the translator for Canelo Alvarez in that interview, right? So what Canelo Alvarez said, that he's trained to go into this fight from the first round versus Golovkin for all guns blazing. Canelo says, I'm going in this fight from the first round looking for a knockout. Do you think Canelo's hyping it a bit, or do you believe he really is going to be that aggressive against Gennady Golovkin? Is Canelo talking the talk, or do you think he won't be able to back that talk the way he's saying it?
I think he's going to come out. He's actually going to do that. I think he's serious. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder after he lost, and he wants to make a statement, right? He wants to show he's still the man. So I think he's going to come out and try to put it on the old man. Now, how long he can do that for? Maybe he might realize within 3 rounds, 1 or 2 rounds, oh, gee, Triple G is not a pushover, and he might change his tactic. That's possible, but I think he's going to start off pretty hard, to be honest.
Well, why is Canelo fucking putting all that pressure on himself, giving it all that? If Canelo loses, Mirage will be ready to stay on Canelo fans on Saturday.
Yep. I'm ready to go. Don't worry about that. Real Boxing TV.
Yeah, that's going to be mad.
I'm going to be taking the gloves off as well.
If Canelo loses, that'd be mad. You know what I mean?
Well, Canelo fans, they're going to be like depressed and, on suicide watch if that happened, right?
Who's going to be surprised if Canelo loses? Will you be surprised? Would you be totally surprised if Canelo loses?
I'd be surprised, but not shocked.
You won't be shocked. You'll be surprised.
Yeah. I mean, he still should win.
Is it
he won both fights.
But Canelo just lost to Bivol.
Yeah, but Triple G's 40, first time at the weight division. And he's already fought this guy twice. They were even. They were pretty much even. Whoever you have it one way or the other, they were close fights either way. So he knows what he's getting into. This is a pretty safe fight, even though it's Triple G. It's still a sort of safe fight. There's no unknowns really. He's past his prime, so he really should win.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta go. Canelo's a heavy favorite. My thing is, Triple G might want to give it everything he's got. He might feel comfortable at that weight. Don't forget, he's not going to be weight drained. He's not going to be weight drained, and he already.
Will he be too slow? Will he be slow? We don't know. Like maybe.
Now that's a very good point. Now Mirage has fucking sometimes, he's smarter than he fucking makes out. That's a very good point Mirage just made, is that Gennady Golovkin going to 168 will probably make him slower. Gennady Golovkin going at 168 will probably make him slower.
And less cardio, maybe. Who knows? Maybe the weight. We don't know how much he's draining himself to make 160. Maybe that was optimal for his body. The extra weight, he may slow down more than usual. So there's a lot of unknowns. This is why it's interesting, because it's the first time at this weight.
Yeah, for sure. But yo, this fight's going to be big. This fight's here Saturday night. Everybody is going to be tuned in. From when that first bell goes, Mirage is going to be wishing to see Canelo start taking a little beating. I know you are. I know
Yeah,
you're gonna.
that could be
Canelo.
true.
I
That
know you.
could
I know you're
possibly be
hoping.
true.
I know you're hoping to see Canelo take some serious punches if he can happen. You know, but
Yeah, might have a
Canelo's got
few
a
drinks to
granite chin.
celebrate.
Canelo got a granite chin, mate. He got a granite chin. He
Yeah,
got.
nobody's getting like, knocked out. If there's a stoppage, it's going to be like, one of those standing TKOs. The fighter's not defending themselves. They're gassed out. They're hurt. So even if you got a chin, you can still get stopped
Yeah,
one way or another.
no, that's fair, mate. But yo, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who came through today. I think we had a great stream today. A big shout out to the man himself. Rick Glazier. Rick Glazier came through today, people. We had a great little interview with him, right? Big shout out to Max. Big shout out to Mirage. Big shout out to the man, the one and only Punch Drunk Boxing. Yes, man. Big shout out to Michaela, Jose Garcia, Dimitar, EDP. You know what I mean? The chef. Yes, man. We had a great live today, bro. But listen, Saturday, get ready. You know what I mean? Saturday, it's on. Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, all the smoke. You want to say anything before we leave here, bro?
It's been fun, and I'll see all you gentlemen fight night. Let's
Yeah,
fucking
mate.
go.
Fight night.
Okay, take it
We'll see
easy.
you guys on fight night. All right, mate? But
Cheers,
yeah,
later.
I'll catch you guys later. But peace from the Middle East.
Right, what's going on here, Donny Zondernex? Barry's actually going to propose to Sandra. Sandra has been giving Barry mad head lately, and he's whipped, yeah? He's doing this behind the back of the boys because they know, yeah, they would have cussed him out for proposing to Sandra. Tracy had one job to do, and that was to record it. But she's all over the bloody place. Barry's clocked that she didn't get the footage, so he's going to propose to Sandra again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tracy! What's going on?
What up?
How are you?
I'm great.
Can we meet you?
My name is Tunde Tupac, aka the Rap Killer,
Tunde Tupac.
the Rap Flexer, kill them all.
Your name is
Tunde Tupac.
Tunde Tupac.
You can write the Rap Killer there.
But Tunde is your
It's
name.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Tunde, with your dressing, I know the kind of song that you're about to present.
Yes.
So you want to tell us about it?
Just rap game. I kill the rap game because the haters want us down, but they're not gonna get us.
You don't
Calm
need to
down.
tell us about the haters now.
Rappers, right? You're a
Yes.
rapper.
A rapper.
Good. Let's hear you.
Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Ha ha ha. Check it. Check it. Check it. I rule everywhere. I rule. They want to take me down, but they cannot take me down. Yeah. I rule New York. I rule Lagos to Atlanta. We go to Chicago. Check me out. Check my game. My game is tight. All the haters, I shoot them in the brain. Boom, boom, boom. I've been around with my guys, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Snoop Dogg. We're all in this game together because I kill them all. I kill Tupac and I kill Biggie. I kill them all because they can't contain